Do pre-roll, where they just listen to us ramble for hours on end before we play.
Yeah, hours. So
Hours.
Listen,
Years
you
even.
say that, but a lot. That's the most messed up thing about D&D is that sometimes in my games I'll start talking about stuff. We will literally go on for almost too long. I'm like, man, we could play D&D, but I'm really liking this conversation right now.
Yeah, that happens with us too. Kovu, don't stick your head into my mouse. You can't do that. That is plastic.
right notebook.
He's confused about why I keep on grabbing it and not petting him.
I feel like I have to sneeze again.
You have a cold.
I mean, I sneeze all the time. It's not like I'm sick. Especially because I was laying in bed with a cat for a long time. Right next to my face.
I was really certain that you were just gonna be catnapped for the rest of the evening.
Yeah. I can move a cat if I have to, I just don't like to.
It's actually a crime in several religions to even consider moving a cat. And you're almost guaranteed to go to hell if you do, so.
I mean, I'm already going to hell, so it's okay.
Me too. We can have a little party down there when we get there.
Yeah, I mean, we already did in this game, so I mean...
Yeah. I
This
died.
was just prepping. This was just
Yeah.
prepping for your soon-to-be visit.
So I'm gonna
I
double
hope
dead.
it's not soon. Jesus.
So if you die and go to hell, right? And then you
Yeah.
die in hell, do you go to double hell? Or if you're good in hell and you die, do you just come back alive?
You're just cursed forever to not...
That's the interesting thing, is that I've always wondered, like,
Hey, don't eat that.
if somehow someone is able to, like, make recompense in hell, do they just come back to life, or do they go to heaven? Because I'm not gonna lie, I would be swearing up a storm if I got brought back to Earth after being like, I've learned the error of my ways, I'm truly sorry. It's like, oh, I gotta do this shit again? Fuck, just send me back to hell. That's where I'm going.
That's probably purgatory.
Oh, purgatory. Well, that's just kind of nothingness, isn't it? Just chilling
Yeah.
out.
Depends on what you believe in, I guess.
Unless it's Dante's version, then I think you get raped by angels or something like that.
Ooh. I don't know. I only read Dante's Inferno. Did not read the other two.
Purgatorio. Second part of Dante's Divine Comedy. Poem written. Background. Square Inferno. First 24 hours on take place on Earth and start using whatever. Don't care. Of the hell, Virgil sent. Yep. They arrive at Mountain of Purgatory. Land in the southern hemisphere at 6 in the morning Easter Sunday. 7 p.m. evening in Jerusalem, since 2 points are antipodal. Dante describes hell as existing underneath Jerusalem, having been created in impact of Lucifer's fall. Mass Purgatory is this one. Yes, okay. I just want to know what happened. Pagan, placed by God as a general guardian mountain.
I think it's really funny because it's like, oh, I'm gonna play this game that they made based on it. Reads it. God, the book is so boring. He just keeps fainting. Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, okay. But I mean, I did read it. It counts for something. You know what's really hard to do, being like going to college as an English major, is trying to read things and get references when you've never once read the Bible, and everyone's like, yeah, this is a reference to that in the Bible. I'm over here like, okay, if you say so.
So apparently purgatory is more or less where you go if you were like, if God was like, you don't deserve hell, but you kind of need to work to get into heaven, so you'll just have to climb this mountain for a couple years.
Years. Decades. We'll see.
Centuries, really.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're Dante and you just walk up it normally, because
Yeah, you're a special protagonist, boy.
Yep.
And then there was only one left to join.
Oh my. No.
And then there was none left to join.
Everyone has arrived.
We can begin the insanity once more.
Ooh.
All right. Well, everybody, welcome back to the Far Flung D&D campaign. Last time, you all managed to get into the party by using the fake tickets that Candor both stole and crafted, because poor Bliss was just not on her A game a few hours ago.
Yeah, sure. Just shit talk me right off the bat, why don't you?
Wait,
Okay.
it's true.
I mean, you say that, I pull a clipboard out. It's like, I mean, I can. I got a list. Listen. As the party went on, you all kind of split off your separate ways. Sola, Grandolph, and Vorton, you three got into a bit of a tizzy with the guard of the party and with some of the other patrons because Vorton was kind of abusing his bag of armor.
Vorton ate a noble. So.
He did.
And technically, you are what you eat. So Vorton is now a noble.
Vorton wanted to do what all minimum wage to poor people want to do, and that is to eat the rich, but that's still illegal, so that didn't happen. I'm mad I didn't make I don't think I made that joke last time, so I'm mad I didn't up until now. Candor, you were able to make time to basically meet up with specific people. Celine, you actually managed to meet up with her and kind of get the idea that all the rumors that were going on about the business deal being on the cuff of failure, from what you were told, it was just rumors. However, above game, you didn't roll any insight checks on her, so God knows if any of that's true.
Nope.
I was just screaming in the back of my head, roll insight!
Wait, there's plenty of party time. He can go back and talk to her again.
That's true.
It's fine.
Bliss, and I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot what you did last session. I think you mostly hung out with around Candor and just, like, got to see the male host of the party, and found his wife was still in the building itself. I think that's, besides hanging out with Candor and helping him with his shenanigans, I think it's the most that happened there, if I'm correct. And with no opposition to what I said, I'm going to just accept that what I say is truth. Gravity is now gravy. You're all welcome.
Woo, gravy!
Jesus. And so we pick up where we left off, where all of you kind of make your way back to each other to share your findings, share your thoughts on the party and the scenario you are in, and potentially make a plan to finally commence the caper of stealing all the money. You do know where a specific vaulted and hidden room is on the top floor in one of the main parts of the multi-building mansion. It all comes down to how do you get there and how do you steal the money. And I'm going to get appropriately sounding music while you all discuss this.
I am going to talk to the party, but also Randolph, since we both have familiars that we, looked through.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, I see you found a way in, and I found a hidden door of sorts that looks to be possibly trapped. I mean, it has runes all over it. Usually not a good sign. How are we going to get up there?
There's an empty room in the top floor that my snake got into. That we could try to get in through the balcony or something.
I mean, are you very good at climbing?
I have my ways.
So, no.
That sounds like I can with the assistance of other
Magic.
people and/or magic.
Magic.
So I won't be able to sneak, so.
I can just imagine a giant suit of armor climbing a wall
Clunk.
quietly. Yeah.
It's like Krunk from Emperor's New Groove, only he just screams, "Do not notice me!" And like, scurries up the staircase.
Do not pay attention to the moving empty armor.
It's fine.
Hmm.
I'm not
Yep.
sure if I could do much other than quiet an area for us, but
What does it look like outside the balcony? Like where is it located?
If only they kept the
I don't know the
not
layout of the house, so.
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Like, okay, so it has a balcony, right? If I were standing on that balcony, what would I see? Is it like a sheer drop into the abyss of the ocean? Like, are there trees?
Oh no, you guys are still like in like the upper level of Waterdeep. It's just other buildings and like the drop off into another rich person's house and the streets below. You don't like drop into the ocean, no.
but I mean, like the place where we saw this opening to climb to, supposedly, or fly to, for those of us that have wings. What does it look like? Our chances are of climbing or entering, I guess.
So what I'm
What are the
thinking
options?
is, depending on what's underneath the balcony, we can leave. Fuck. Vorton?
Yes.
Yes. We can leave Vorton on the ground and just set up like a money slide.
Just like pop his
Into
head
him?
just pop his head off and just drop the money from the window.
It's like we're pulling the Robin Hood, where it's just like a string of just like money signs.
Yeah.
And I just see Vorton like moving its head as each piece of gold like comes down like a string of spaghetti. Nom, nom.
Probably would.
That would work. You guys would need like
A lot of rope.
like just going up, you would need like maybe 100 feet of rope, and then I don't know how long of string or what like all you want to do with it from there. So you might need like another good chunk of rope.
We can figure something out, but like, cause we're not gonna get this guy up a wall, and I like motion to him in all his armored glory.
I mean, we can at least go and scope out the area around where we have to go and go from there, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what we're gonna do, is try to,
Go outside and see where we're entering.
yeah, find our entrance and try to be kind of quiet getting there. Or at least nonchalant.
Do we all have?
I have none.
We have
Me
rope.
neither.
I think I have some rope.
Because
Well, one of us is smart.
I have 50 feet of rope.
Two of us are smart.
Yeah, I have a scholar's pack, so
That carrot is lagging something fierce.
I have a little bag of sand that could come in handy.
What slay?
Pocket sand. Cha-cha!
I mean, if we want to blind somebody quickly, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
So if you guys want to like covertly scope out the area, if memory serves correctly, you guys did find sort of a room because the snake went up. I don't remember if it was the snake or something else, but at some point you guys found a small little like window you could go in.
Yeah.
Sort of sneak inside from there, and it was on the top floor.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
I do have 50 feet of rope. Sorry.
you're all good. So you collectively have 100 feet of rope as one party.
Go team.
I also have 10 feet of string.
Hey now, that's for personal use. We don't need to know about that.
What?
Nothing.
I'm very concerned now.
I am concerned. What?
It's half a dumbass joke and half a reference to Fairly Odd Parents.
I don't get that reference.
Get it.
Me neither.
Well, fine. You guys realize that you have 100 feet of rope. You have a 50-foot climb or flight up to the window into the room. The area is no less nor no more guarded than anywhere else. So it really will just come down to you just not all going as a group going up. One by one, you would be able to make it without any major issues. Again, save for Vorton because he's a chunky boy.
And he's gonna chill at the bottom.
Don't mind me or the rope sticking out of my head.
Don't mind me. I'm just pretend that you're a suit of armor and you're not animate.
That's okay.
I eventually want you to actually get like a fake mustache and a top hat to add to your character in game later because that's. I'm starting to like fall in love with this idea of that.
Right.
Alright.
Well, if I can get
So-
something that can glamour like a head into my helmet, I could completely glamour a mustache and.
Oh my god, glamour.
Yeah.
It's not Final Fantasy.
I mean, there is a supplement to add them. Someone smacks me for bringing it up.
A
Yeah,
supplement.
so you
say.
guys know that you can do that. So, what's your
Okay.
next move?
To go do that, I guess.
All right. If, you're all gonna, if those of you besides Vorton are going to start climbing into the window one by one, my question is, who's going first?
Not the wizard.
I'll go. I mean, at least Sola can fly, maybe quietly.
Can we get like one of your pets to stay there as like a lookout first?
At the top.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
if there's somebody in the room, or if they come in while we're all sneaking in?
I mean, I could do that. I could send Tempest up there.
Yeah, my snake don't fly.
Does everyone need
Yeah.
to go up though?
I mean,
Well-
not.
Because like,
Let me correct a misconception. Not like you could potentially just send one person to go gather the gold. It's just you're
Yeah.
gonna take a long time to gather all the gold.
And
How
also,
much gold are we talking? Like,
as much
All
as we
of
can.
it.
Yeah. A
okay,
lot.
how are we getting it back down? Is the question.
I mean, if you could fly, you could literally just like carry some bags down at a time.
I
Just
mean,
Put it down.
gold slide, guys. Gold
We don't have
slide.
Yeah.
Gold slide.
But people would see that though. We need to be discreet about this.
Yeah, and they're not gonna see bags of gold flying out of a window.
That's why we need to be discreet.
Yeah, I'm gonna send Tempest up there. I'm gonna have her stealth and just peruse the room that we're gonna climb into.
All right. Tempest is more of an interesting looking cat, given the fact that it has wings. So rolling for stealth is a very good idea. For simplicity's sake, we'll say that we go off your stealth check, because I don't know if Tempest themselves has like a stealth stat.
She does. It's a +4.
Oh fuck yeah, go for it.
Yeah, she got 17.
Very nice. With that, Tempest kind of flies up nonchalantly and just sort of hops into the room. Just kind of curls up into a little corner. Does not see anyone in the room. Again, this is just a small little storage area that it leads into a more open space, so the room does seem safe for now.
Okay. I will supposedly take a minute to watch through her eyes to get that information.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, it's good. It's a storage room. No one's in there, so I'm like, I guess I'll try to go first.
Alright, how are you gonna climb up there is the question.
We need to make like a grappling hook with this rope.
I think I have a grappling hook.
Oh my god, please.
One moment.
Why doesn't the flying person fly up there and
I
kill it?
was just gonna say it. Can we
That-
just do that?
Could
I mean,
also
yeah.
work. So
Oh,
I
no.
have a crowbar, but no grappling hook.
Hey, look. Bliss and I are used to working alone.
You can jury rig if you really want to. Like you can jury rig the crowbar as a grappling hook. Just tie the rope to the crowbar.
Nope,
We got
we're
a
good.
flying person. We'll just
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So
Invis-
Sola.
Question.
Yes.
Invisible people. How long are you guys invisible for?
Yeah, we can only hold it for an hour a day.
Why don't I just fly one of you guys up first?
Can you carry us?
Can I carry them?
What's your carry?
Let me see. You are a medium-sized creature with a strength of -1. You could realistically carry Candor and Bliss and Grant. All three of you are actually fairly light. I would
That is
say
the correct answer.
we will make the DC check a 12 because you're really not that strong.
Question.
Yes.
Candor. Do you have any ability that might make any of us any lighter? Preferably not me. Preferably one of you guys.
No.
What do you...
Absolutely not. I have a silence spell, I have suggestion, I have my once a day invisibility. I don't have a lot of utility
Do you-
warlock.
happen to have any sort of like feather fall or anything?
Nope.
Is there like a tree nearby or something?
I'll roll for it.
Cool.
You guys are at a swanky mansion. Rich people always have really inconvenient, dumb things for aesthetic purposes.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably climb a rope. My strength is a +1. It just might not be the easiest thing to do.
96, and the tree is about 10 feet tall.
Well, that doesn't help me. Never mind. My Misty Step is only 30 feet, and that would only make it 40 feet, so never mind.
Okay, that being said, I would say that, like, if you guys had to make an emergency jump out the window, you could, in free fall, cast Misty Step into the tree, so just putting that
Yes.
out there.
How
Yes.
dense is the tree?
It is a very healthy tree. It's got plenty of branches and leaves set up. Like, you could easily use the tree as, like, a way to climb up and get a footing, or to break a fall.
No, she said dense. It's very stupid. It's a stupid tree.
Yes.
I am tree! I photosynthesis!
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Well,
That's the voice you'd get if any of you had the spell Speak to Nature.
Oh god.
Is the window our only option? Like,
It's the only option you found. I mean, technically speaking, if you guys could be invisible or distract guards, you could technically go through the front door.
so here is another question. How low is the window from the roof line?
I'd say like something like 10 feet
Okay.
distance.
Is there an area of this building that is less guarded?
Anything, the spot that you guys are in is one of several different spots that doesn't have like the most heavily guarded areas. It's more of the main entrances and the real areas of where chaos can happen. So yeah, there's a couple of other like false windows
That
in
was
different
me.
parts of the building that no one's worried about.
Okay.
you guys only just happened to find this one window at the time.
Okay. But this area is, would you say, the least guarded out of all of the spots that we've been able to look at?
Yeah, this is definitely like one of the most least, which is what drew you to it in the first place.
Okay.
I think least guarded is good, considering some of our party are not the most sneaky.
I am the sneakiest wizard in all the lands. Thank you.
I'm a fucking suit of armor. I can't sneak.
Yeah.
I think it might be best if Grandolph stays as a distraction.
Sadness.
The Discord is like making
Randolph and Vorton distraction team.
you
Let's
guys
do
keep
it.
robotic.
You could start trying to eat people again. I'll say I like lost control of you.
Good.
Okay.
But I'm needed to store things in though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Well, we do have bedrolls, right? Does everybody else have bedrolls?
No.
No.
I think I do.
I don't sleep.
But then again, I think I
Crap,
have
I
everything
can't
that I don't have, so...
That's
Really, who knows?
essentially a sleeping bag, right? We can just fill that motherfucker up.
Yeah, I mean,
I have a
hmm.
backpack. I have...
A backpack?
What is that? Oh, I know what that is. Okay, never mind. 5 rations. No, water skin. No, I don't have a bedroll. I have a backpack. I have 10 feet of string.
I dramatically
And a
reach
bell.
into
Fuck your string.
I dramatically reach into my head area and pull out an empty mug and like we could use this.
We could use it to fill the backpack. And then empty the
We
backpack.
actually could.
And then pass the backpack back up.
You know what? We'll take that.
My mug.
You can
Okay.
tie the string to the backpack to lower it and raise it.
I was thinking with the bedroll because it's essentially a sleeping bag, right? It is, right?
Yeah, I would say that you'd only be able to store, because you're basically trying to steal like both shit ton of coins and bricks of like platinum and gold. So I would say you could only store about 5 bricks at a time before it would just tear apart.
Fair. We kind of need Vorton to go up.
Can
Well,
we
why don't
get
we
him
just-
up in cars?
No.
Like
You can cast
disassemble him?
invisibility on
Can
him.
we disassemble him and take him
Can
up
we
in
just
cars?
take? Yeah. Can we just take his chest?
Oh my god.
You're taking my chest.
Yeah, because
Okay.
that's the part that has the bit in it, right? We can
Oh,
just take his chest up.
He's
Right. So
Prob-
here's the problem though. Like, your air quote benefactor, fucking Pagif, mentioned that if he ever actually breaks open or is pulling apart, like
everything flies out.
he acts like a bag of holding that got ripped open. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My body
But-
is the bag of holding.
We can cast invisibility on him though.
Yes, which would mean that since he is literally heavy armor, he would just get to roll normal instead of at disadvantage to
Wait.
try and stealth.
Can
You
we
had
though?
some
I
sort of
thought-
silent.
It's a touch spell.
Oh.
Candor. What
I
did you
mean,
have?
Bliss also has it. It's
I have
a.
it.
But no, I know we're talking about silence. I do have silence that I can cast as a ritual. Let me just blink.
Can we cast invisibility and silence on Vorton, and he can just walk up?
You know, that is a good question. It just says on a 20-foot radius on a sphere centered on a point you choose. Would it stick to Vorton?
Click the spell really quick and let me read this because that's fucking crazy. Okay, let me read this.
Yeah.
Rather than pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range, any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune.
Do any of us have Featherfall?
That's what I asked earlier. We don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say that technically speaking, if we're going meta-wise, Vorton counts as a creature, not as a point of interest. So he would
But
not be
he's
able
very interesting.
He
So
is
interesting.
very interesting. But the silence spell is more saying the wordings of point of interest of actually like a location. If
Yeah.
nothing
Underground.
changes location, yeah.
How far are we from this window ledge? Like, about how many feet?
50 feet above
100
us.
feet.
50.
100.
100 feet off the ground.
100 feet.
You guys have 50 feet. You have 100 feet of rope between all of you. No, wait, hold on. We've been throwing numbers around all night. No, it's 50 feet off the ground. You guys have 100 feet of rope between all of you.
Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I could cast it as a ritual, and it would take me like 10 minutes to do. And it would only last for about 10 minutes, but I could make like 40 feet of that climb silent. I also want to save it for. I also want to use it at the door in case something goes off. So it just will take me a little bit to cast.
Okay, you know what might be a good idea? If you cast that on the ground where Vorton is, and we literally just drop the gold into him.
Or around me, and I just pick it up.
I mean, yeah, we could do that.
Because that'll stop any sort of sound from, like, because my issue is if we're dropping bags of gold, it's gonna make noises, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just
Yeah,
need people
well,
not
let's-
to see it either.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get up there, I can cast it once we have made our way into the door, because it will only last 10 minutes.
Now,
And I
also
don't know how long it's going to take us to do all of this.
And I'll also add this, since it's a concentration spell, Kandor has to stay at least within sight's range of Vorton for the spell to work.
Yeah, which is just the windowsill, so that should be
Yeah,
okay
that would
as
be
long
fine.
as you're invisible during
But,
that duration as well.
Yeah, but if I can't do invisibility and silence, they're both concentration.
Ah.
Yeah,
Well, I
but
can
if we're gonna
detect-
get into if
If
we're
you
gonna
give
get
us-
into the door, I want to use silence on the door first. Like I said, in case something goes off and makes noise.
Ah. Okay.
I mean, I
well-
can use it twice, but I just, you know.
Okay, I will take, I guess we're gonna take Kandor up first.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an athletics check. And, Kandor, I will say you can roll an acrobatics check to, like, see if you can... Oh no. Never mind. It already has
Okay.
failed.
You're heavy!
You try
Wait!
You try lifting Kandor up, but you can't quite fly and get off the ground while also doing this at the same time. You would do this as many times as you like. I'll also add, Kandor, you can help by rolling above a 10 with an acrobatics to also assist in this.
Wow.
Lose some weight!
Why are we letting the two
Excuse me.
weak people do this?
Hey, listen. Just go tie the rope up there and just let me climb. Jesus.
Can't I just throw one of them up there? God.
You
Okay.
mean you can, but like you
I
gotta.
don't think you can throw us 50 feet.
Bliss, can we please tie our ropes together so we have 100 feet of rope first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I do
We
that.
will do that.
could do like a pulley. I could just pull them up.
That's very suspicious, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Can I try to take Bliss up then?
You can roll, see if you can grab her.
And I'm rolling acrobatics.
Yes.
no.
Okay.
See, it's not difficult when the person isn't heavy.
I make a face
I'm
at
not
Kandor
very-
as I'm lifting off the air.
Just
I am-
shooting him a
I am
raspberry
Like,
all the way up.
I'm flipping her off. As she rises, and I'm like,
I
fuck
do
you.
the heart thing with my hands.
double flipping you off.
Bliss and Sola, you guys make it to the windowsill with very surprising ease. As you don't notice the familiar cat. Well, how much did fucking Tempest roll earlier?
17.
17. Yeah, if you guys wanted to, you'd have to roll to see if you could see Tempest. Tempest is just like curled up in the shadows watching all of this, as cats usually do.
Yeah.
They don't need to participate any further. You guys get up to the windowsill with ease. You have your ropes tied together. What's your next move?
I tie the rope to something that will hold everyone's weight as they climb.
Being a storage room, there's easily a handful of different tables and like furniture leaned up against walls that can withstand people's weight.
Okay, yeah, I pick one, and I tie the rope off, and then I chuck it down.
Okay.
While she does that, I'm going to fly back down to the bottom.
All right. As at this point, I want everyone to make. No, I said this place was fairly unguarded. You guys are fine. Never mind. We want to move this along. I don't want to make this too much more difficult. You are back onto the ground with ease.
We need some like Mission Impossible music.
All right, let me see what I can do.
Yeah, because if I'm up there, I can have my snaky boy go under doors and stuff to keep an eye out.
I will help him.
You gonna
up
lift
then?
my fat ass up?
How big are you, bitch?
I'm 185 pounds.
You weigh more than me. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Well, yeah,
I'm only 176.
I'm a 5'10" wizard.
Wizard?
Yeah, I'm a 6-foot tiefling.
I'm just listen, guys, you're not taking into account like the weight of Grandolph's beard.
And the weight of my ego.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Honestly.
That shit's heavy, man.
Well, I'll try to bring you up if you want to try to roll at acrobatics.
Yes, that's what wizards are good at.
Oh, damn.
I mean, she got a nat 20.
I did. It's just a minus one.
It's just because it's -1. Yeah, with a nat 20, you actually just very quickly zip him back and forth.
Okay, I'm
surprised at
gonna.
your own strength.
This time, I'm going to raspberry candor on the way up.
Tonight's session is brought to you by Fuck Candor.
Yep, he'll remember that whenever you want him to cast silence.
What?
Okay, while she's lifting Randolph up, I'm gonna try to, like, stealthily climb up the rope.
Go ahead and roll a acrobatics check with advantage because you have the rope, and the rope is pretty damn secure.
Acrobatics, you say?
Yes. Bully.
13.
That's just enough. You're not the most graceful. Your feet kind of slip on the side of the building a couple times. You just kind of think what the fuck is this building made of? But you finally managed to get on top.
Yeah, I'm just up there heaving, and I'm just got my cloak on, and I'm just like, thanks, guys.
Aw, Candor, you're so out of shape.
Round is a shape.
Glaring daggers. Glaring daggers.
Oh my god.
I just off topic. I want that to be a spell now in D&D. Glaring daggers. That'd be fucking awesome.
Psychic damage, yes.
You guys are all inside the closet. It's a little tight with all of you besides... Words. You guys went through the windowsill. The room is a little tight with all 4 of you in there. Vorton, you're just sitting on the ground pulling at grass, I guess.
He's AFK for the moment, but yep.
No, he's literally AFK, both in game and out.
Yeah, poor guy.
He's in character. I'm gonna put my snake on the ground, kind of like peek out the door.
Okay. Make a perception check and a stealth check.
Dude, I just use my stuff.
Do you have a character sheet for your snake? No, then just use your. Okay, use your snicks. Use your roll for perception. Use its roll for stealth.
Okay.
You would just roll its dexterity first.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what goes with it.
I'm gonna give you the 14 because they don't know that you're there, and it's a snake. They're not looking for a snake, so 14 is fine. Now roll perception to see through your snake's eyes. 21. You see the same image that you saw maybe an hour or so ago when you were first scoping out. It is a multi-floored walkway and hallway with multiple staircases. On this specific in-building balcony, you spot that one part of the wall that was very clearly hidden, but since you know what you're looking for, you can see it pretty easily.
Yeah.
The guards are on a fairly regular pathing. It's definitely something where they aren't keeping anything out of their sight for very long, so you literally only have seconds between guard paths.
Oh. Okay. That's unfortunate.
How many guards are there?
You can see 3. One standing near the stairwell, closer to where you guys need to go, and 2 making rounds constantly.
Interesting.
So do we knock them out?
I do have a spell that can make a noise.
I do as well. What do you have?
Knock.
Oh, okay, that's a lot better than what I have. I have something called Thunderclap, so that might be.
No, definitely not.
Just want the attention of the entire house.
Oh, is this the one that
have,
unlocks things?
I have hideous laughter. That could cause quite a commotion.
But we're trying to go up the stairs.
You guys are on the topmost floor of the building. The room you're trying to get to is literally like 20 feet away from you, just walking across the halls of this floor. It's just that there's those 3 guards that are in your way.
So, like, I can do that to distract them, but I don't know how long it'll distract them for.
We don't know if we can just open the door. I'm going to lean over the list. I'm like, well, we both have disguised self. We could maybe guard rotation? Wouldn't be the first time we've done this.
That might work.
I have to lie really good then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like click this so I can see what it says.
Yeah, Disguise Self is a fucking really good spell. Lets you pull off exactly what you're wanting to pull off very well.
It lasts an
It
hour.
it is not concentration, oh thank God.
Yeah, it's not concentration. The only thing that you really... I'm very familiar with this spell. The only thing you have to keep in mind with is that if, like, for instance, you make yourself much, like, a crap ton fatter, and someone tries to, like, touch your belly, and they just touch air, the illusion for them drops immediately.
I mean, we don't need to look too
That
different.
much different.
We
It's
just
like,
need clothing swap, basically. We need to look like
dude.
guards.
I was gonna say, do the guards look like a particular race?
Human and half-elf. Very, very generic, very water-deep.
Okay, I could hide my horns and tail and put on like a guard uniform like them. Mostly.
Yeah, that could work.
So, I guess we can do it. It's gonna last us an hour. Just hopefully we can hold up to the deception. It's the one thing I have proficiency in.
Alright, if you guys want to do that, go ahead and... Are we 100% doing that?
We also need to figure out what we're doing for opening the door.
I mean, the door to the hall is unlocked. It's a closet door.
No, the magic door.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's the tricky part that you're probably not going to figure out until you get to it.
Yeah.
So, the one guard next to the stairs, can they see us from here, or is it like across, like behind the wall?
It's sort of out of their it's out of their peripheral vision. There's sort of like the way that the hall moves in towards the room. There's sort of like this one section of the wall that blocks the immediate like walking out of the doorway. So you guys could walk out of the doorway, have walls to sort of like lean up against, peek out, and then be able to move around.
Okay. I'm going to use my disguise self and make myself look like a half elf in the, I guess, kind of half elf humanish in my guard uniform that looks just like theirs.
Okay. It's very much just the standard like water deep garb, very simple attire, and we'll go with ringmail attire with the water deep symbol. And as you walk out, you have the exact outfit of your pleasing. Bliss, are you also going to do this, or are you just going to?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
All right. And do I assume both male guards or male-female? These details are actually important, trust me.
Were there very many female guards?
It was a very cavalcade. It was the only thing that was different was that it was just human and half-elves. There's just a lot of different kinds of people in that specific category.
Okay. So I guess, yeah, male and female should be fine.
Yeah.
That's one less thing I have to disguise.
Yeah.
Dangly parts.
Oh my god.
Well, my thought was making boobs not look like boobs, but
I mean,
That too.
if you have like a chest plate on, it's pretty hard to see.
I mean, I don't think you really have to worry too hard about that, but okay.
Yeah, I will say this: going with like the very like basic, like attire, like unlike what most video games would have you believe, you don't have boob socket armor. You have very basic chest plate armor.
are
that looks the same as
you
everything
sure?
else. I'm very sure.
It's not generic female
Anime
armor.
would never lie to me.
Yeah, they have like little bikini armor sets.
Are you? Is that real? Do you really think someone would lie on the internet?
People don't lie on the internet.
Just like the government.
Yeah.
Why are you crying? You're Canadian.
We don't have it much better up here. I hate to inform you.
Yeah.
I know. I listen to the news, and that's what makes me sad. Like, I was like, you know what? At least Canada's got their shit. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, your guys' is an orange gremlin, but ours is a blackface wearing fuckwad. So.
But you know what? Thank God we're not in England right now.
Oh
yeah.
god.
Oh!
He's
Gary
the
Busey
worst
is.
of both worlds.
He's just as bad as Trump, and it's hilarious and sad.
He looks kind of similar too. He's got like the gross hair, and like the slightly orange complexion.
Like Trump actually looks like three Oompa Loompas in a three-piece suit. He just looks like Smeagol.
No, he's
We love
100% Gary
Brexit.
Busey, guys. He's just an overweight Gary Busey.
Oh god.
I have
Anyways,
pics for
D&D. D&D.
Hey, at least I kept it fantasy related by bringing up Gollum.
Oh,
All right.
God.
You guys are disguised as guards, and you walk out of the storage room, and you proceed to. Who do you proceed to first? Stopping one of the guards on their patrol, or going to the guard at the staircase?
I'm gonna stop a guard that's on patrol.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
You go ahead.
go ahead.
No, you first.
So like, hey, it's guard rotation. I want a couple rotations with the party, just to be safe.
Okay. You walk up to the one guard who's in the middle of rotation. He kind of like wakes up as if he was in a stupor, and he's like, he just sort of like does the hand over the heart chest salute and says, "Oh, are you the relieving party?"
Okay, you cut out. I'm just.
Yeah, he's asking if you guys are the relieving party.
Yes. Yeah.
Bliss gives a nod and does the salute back to him.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna. Do they have any weapons? Like,
Really basic sword, like nothing fancy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like put my hand on like the fake sword, like holding it there, and I'm just like, yeah, we're here to take over. You guys should go get some rest.
Trust me, it's not gonna be a rest we're gonna be getting, but
I mean,
you
rest is different for everybody.
He stops his query and like snaps at you, like finger crossbows at you both, and goes, ain't that right? Let's go check in with Richter. He's technically the one in charge of this. He knows newbie faces. I don't think I've ever seen you two before.
Yeah, it's all right. We got hired on really recently for added security because of the party.
That's true. That's true. Of course they would be doing that. You know, I'll be real with you. This has been one of the most dull and easiest guard positions that I think Waterdeep has had to have. Like, you are going to lose your mind how boring it is here.
I mean, you know, at least it's money, easy money.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, let's go ahead and check in and double check with Richter, make sure this is all kosher. I mean, as you said, it's easy money, but gotta follow procedure. I'm gonna lose my job.
Yeah.
Oh, you cut out really bad there.
Yeah.
I said I understand. I'm sorry. My call quality is garbage, and I don't know why. So.
It's all good. You walk over towards the guy at the staircase who raises an eyebrow as he sees 2 extra guard. Hey, Richter. I guess these guys are here to relieve us of our spots so we can go have a little bit of fun, get a little bit napping in. He looks at you two. New hires?
Yeah.
When exactly were you brought on to the guard?
I look back at Bliss and just like, I think it was like a little less than a week ago.
Bliss nods and something like that. I don't remember exactly which day. Been blurring together lately.
Who's your commanding officer above you? Who do you directly answer to?
Give me a second. I'm gonna look at my notes real quick.
Yeah, go for it. He's eyeballing you really tightly.
You gonna say the orc chick?
Yeah, what's the chick's name?
The orc woman was Misha Malik.
She was a captain of the guard, right?
Yep, you are correct.
Was there any other names that they caught during that?
No, it was just Misha, I believe.
I'll just look back at him and it's like, Misha was the one that sent us out here.
Go ahead and roll a deception check, and we'll say that Bliss, if you say something before she rolls, he rolls, you can help Candor with the roll.
Bliss goes, you know, orc woman, about yay tall, very handsome looking.
All right, go ahead and roll deception. I like that.
Handsome looking orc woman.
18. And at that point, the guy just kind of like does a. Don't let her ever catch you saying that. Compliments like that get you hassled really hard, but no, that actually checks out. Pretty much everyone goes through her. Go ahead and take position. Yeah, go ahead and get Chris and let him know that he can go on break. I'm gonna stand by the front gate. Get Misha, former Gregory, before you start drinking, so I can at least double check this. It's like, oh come on, man. It's a party out there. Go have some fun. I don't need to lose my job over something stupid like the misinformation and the switching of us. Then he looks to you two. Go ahead, just walk around, stay in the building, know anything interesting. I'm gonna get the confirmation from these two morons that this is legit. No offense.
No worries. I mean,
None
you
taken.
gotta do your job. But when I put my hand on his shoulder, I'm like, but also you should definitely take some time for yourself, Richter. I mean, it looks like you're pretty wiped out.
Oh, trust me. When this gets all confirmed, I'm going to get plastered. He like points to both of you. Didn't catch your names?
Ah, yes. My name's Eric.
And I'm Elizabeth.
Basic, I love it. Eric and Elizabeth.
You know, white people names.
I heard Derek. I mean, you are well, how dare you assume humans are all white in this universe?
All our characters are.
I mean, yeah, that's very true. What's funny is I heard Derek instead of Eric, but yeah, that works too. He nods and says, "All right, just stay at post. Yeah, go let him know that we're gonna split off." Like, yeah, you got it. I may, just partake in a little bit of drinking before I see. No, go to her now, or you have to deal with me before you deal with her. All right. He starts like stomping off. He calls out for the. Go ahead.
Do we have vision of this person from our situation?
Yeah, you guys can poke your heads out if you choose to. Like, I'm not gonna make you.
Snack.
Yeah, we're gonna see the Sneck lets it happen.
Am I able to cast both message and suggestion?
I think you can cast message before they all walk away, and you can cast suggestion as they're about to walk out of the building. That's how we're gonna mitigate this.
Okay. I will do that then, and then just basically say, well, like a few drinks before probably won't hurt, and just like try to muffle my voice so that it's not
Conscious.
super. Yeah.
Okay. That's really clever, but I also don't think that's how this. Can you click both spells for me and post them up on the chat? Because this is creative.
Okay.
And I love bending the rules when players do creative shit. Let's see here. It is not a concentration spell. Not a concentration spell. Well, suggestion is concentration, but the message itself.
I think she's just trying to use the message to like whisper it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That would work. Yes, you could do this because neither like suggestion's a concentration spell, but if you start with message and then bleed into it, I would allow it. That's fucking creative.
Okay, I will do that.
All right, you go ahead and what do they have to roll? If anything.
I think it's wisdom. Let me see. A wisdom saving throw.
All right, they have generic stats for a generic soldier. That is a 15. What is the DC they would have to beat? Check on your spell page.
Okay, where am I looking?
The
At the very
very
top.
tippy top looks like it's a 13.
Damn.
Yeah, so as you cast it, he hears that, he kind of turns around, he's like, what the? He kind of looks back at as a commanding officer, and he just goes, yeah, maybe I should go talk to Misha first. Okay.
Those chimes up like, are you feeling alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just, I guess I'm more tired than I thought.
You look really pale.
Do I?
Yeah. And
I
I,
just-
I
I
turned to
lean over.
Kandor like, does he look okay
Yeah.
to you?
Yeah, I mean, are you sure you didn't catch something with all these strange people here?
I mean, it's possible, but I keep myself pretty clean, and I eat my veggies. Roll with deception with advantage.
Which one?
It would have to be you, Bliss, because you sort of instigated this.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait, with advantage.
Roll
right?
again.
Yeah, with advantage,
Yeah,
so roll a second time.
Oh.
Yeah. As you say that, he's kind of getting a little nervous. His commanding officer also kind of peeks his head around, and he looks at him, and like whenever you say like, "Oh, you're starting to be this way," and people actually start to turn pale because like they're nervous. That's what's happening to him. And he's like, "You know what? I'll go. I'll just go get Misha, and I'll double check. Just let our other guy know, just not to leave his post, to stay in the building, and you go home. We don't need you spreading anything, and Misha might need to know about what's going on here. Like, we don't need everyone getting sick if that's going on. God, we just got out of one plague, don't need to do another. Probably a good idea. Thanks. Didn't even realize I was feeling bad, but I guess now that you mention it. And he's like kind of mumbling to himself as he's walking out. At that point, you now have the commanding officer run up into another room, talk to the other guard who pops out. She is actually a very taller woman. She's actually got a much bigger built. She's actually bigger built than the two other gentlemen of the guard. She does seem a little more stern-faced at first, but whenever she sees you two as the officer is talking, she just kind of smiles and nods at you very calmly. And she just keeps nodding at whatever he's saying, and he comes back to you two and says, "Alright, well, we're definitely going to need you guys here, if anything else. I'm just going to go double-check with Misha, give her information about, well, that going on. Do you know the signal if anything goes on?"
I look at Bliss, it's like, what was it again? Was it something with like, oh god, I can't remember. Oh, I'm doing terrible at this job.
No, you're fine. They changed the signal like every other hour or so. He actually pulls out a piece of paper out of his pocket. For the next hour, it is a high whistle. Can you whistle between your fingers?
Bliss like puts her fingers up to her mouth and makes like a noise.
I just wave and I'm like, I can whistle, it's fine.
Alright, just as loud as you can, immediately in any vicinity. Like, noise in this building echoes if it's loud enough, so really won't have a hard time getting the concern. Saya is just going to walk back and forth occasionally, just stick to one area for the most part, since we already have you two here, but yeah, I'm gonna get going and get this taken care of.
Alright. We'll be here, sir.
Nods.
And he walks off. As you see Saya kind of make her rounds, like, back and forth between the buildings. She seems to be sort of just taking it easy now, since the party is at its highest. But she is still going to occasionally walk back and forth, from what you understand. Otherwise, you guys are 2 guards down.
Is she going to, like, walk to where she can see the door?
She
or
will.
Can we be like, no, we're gonna, like, walk this path and you check,
She can
like, over
very. She can very easily do that. I'll say you see her sort of turn back into whatever, like, hall or whatever room she was already in, and the idea is that she's going to occasionally pop her head out and check in on things, like make sure nothing crazy is going on. You guys were very convincing at being guards.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, like, start making rounds, and I'm gonna kind of, like, make sure that I stay on the hall that has the door, and I'm gonna start, like, ritually casting silence on, like, the floor next to the door.
Okay.
Like the
Bliss,
doorway that we have to open.
Yeah. Bliss, what do you want to do? If Kandor's doing the rounds, and there's another guard here who will occasionally poke their head out, what do you want to be doing?
Should I also be doing rounds?
It's kind of free game, you guys, so, like, pulling the curtain away, you guys got rid of the commanding officer, so you have a little more free reign in this fucking building.
Can I make a suggestion?
Because through Grandolph's snake, you guys would have, like, gotten the lowdown on this.
Can we either use Grandolph's snake or Tempest to act as a lookout for this third guard, and whenever they start coming close, to give some sort of signal that one of you two will be looking out for?
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. We could probably put the snake on one side of the hall of the door, and the cat on the other, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I can tell Tempest to do that and have her roll stealth. if I need to.
And then that way you have both hulls covered, and then you guys can both
Yeah.
work at kicking that thing or whatever is happening.
Now here's my question. What is the signal going to be? Because I'm really hoping it's not just Tempest going to be going meow. Because then the guard's going to pop out like, that's a fucking cat.
Right.
Can't Tempest talk to you like telepathically?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you can talk to it telepathically, unless she
Yeah.
understands cat.
She
understand
understands. She understands common, but she can't speak. And no, I don't understand cat.
Can't she like meow into your brain?
No, they can't like just talk to you.
We can.
I will have her walk in a circle, like a tight circle twice, and then sit down as a sit.
Okay.
It seems legit.
Is there only one entrance into this hallway that the other chick goes into?
So there's two. So the hall extends out to two different like, areas of rooms, and then there's the main staircase that goes downward.
Question and point. I would cast message on both of your creatures because they can respond back to it, and only you can hear it.
Well, if they can speak, they can't speak.
Does it have to be?
Isn't a meow technically count as a speak?
I mean, I would allow it. It just a noise in your brain.
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Like it doesn't say. It says that they can reply. It doesn't say that they have to talk.
Point taken.
I would say that to do this though, you guys have to constantly be casting message at the top of the order of whatever you guys plan on doing every single time.
Is there?
Like you can do that. It's not against the rules and it totally fits. It's just you're gonna micromanage a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think I'll just have her do the signal. Because that's more of an immediate response, and as long as I keep my eye on her every so often, I should be fine.
Message doesn't have to have a delay though. It just says it has to be a reply.
Right, but message only lasts for one round, meaning that the spell would eventually just give up on its own.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a very good thought.
Because
it's clever.
For my snake, I can see through its eyes, and it just says I'm deaf and blind while I'm doing that, so I can make a signal with my character from the other room when she comes the one way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
that
could,
works.
you could very easily, effectively do that.
Just what would you guys want as a signal? Because I'm going to be in the different rooms. There's going to have to be a noise.
It doesn't have to be a noise. If I'm in the same room as you. You can raise your arm, and I will tap the door frame when you do that.
Okay.
Honestly, if we want to keep the concept of using message, I will say that it within the seconds that it would take to do this, I could even say that if Grandolph signals you, Sola, you could cast message and tell either Bliss or Candor shit's going down.
Okay, that works.
So I can watch the one hallway then.
Yeah. So this is good. I like this. This is using your noggins.
We have noggins for a reason. We are using them.
Hey, Randolph the Great.
I don't know how long it's going to take for Richter to go find Misha, talk to her, and come back. But it does take about 10 minutes. 10 minutes to ritually cast silence. So, just putting it out there. It is. I'm casting it at the moment, but it just takes time.
With that,
I don't know if we have that long.
With that being said, though, Vorton, are you back with us?
Yes, I've been here for quite a while now.
All right, just double checking because we're gonna have you do some stuff now.
Oh.
You're gonna have some fun. I'm not leaving you in the dark.
I was just assuming I was just gonna sit and wait for some gold to follow this guy into my body.
Not yet, buddy. Because in fact, as you're standing there, just kind of minding your own business, who should come up but the man that you tried to eat earlier?
Oh my god.
Oh, lovely.
Silence him.
I just stare at him.
He walks up and kind of gives you a dirty look and goes, "So, have nothing to say, do we?"
I continue to stare.
He actually seems to have like a handful of he's got like two other not guards. You can very easily tell they're not guards, but they are armed. It's like, so, where's your master at?
I stare.
The
I don't
one
move
guy-
this entire time, by the way.
The one guy walks up and tries pushing you and says, "Hey, buddy, my boss has asked you a question." He tries to shove you.
I fall over like I'm an empty suit of armor.
I want you to roll a performance check with advantage. Because you are an empty suit of armor, so this is not a hard performance.
Jesus Christ.
21. You fall over very effectively, and the three guys look to this dude, and they go, that's no, he's a construct. He's a living suit of armor. Okay. He tries kicking you.
Like a hard kick, or
Like a hard kick.
like hard enough to make my armor ring?
It's gonna do damage to you, and what I'm asking is, do you let it?
Yeah.
Alright, with that performance, I'm still gonna say that you're fine, but you're gonna take 5 points of damage as he just kicks you and dents your chest piece.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna pay for that later.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just a suit of armor. This is a waste of our time. I mean, yeah, we got some good gold out of it, yeah? Let's go. We have something we could be doing more productive, sir. Thank you. And the three men start to walk. It's like, no, it's a living thing. It can talk. Now, I want you to keep in mind, I want to give you this Vortex because this is fucking hilarious. No one is looking at you right now as the three men are walking away. And he's starting to get into a tizzy.
Wink at him. Wink at him.
I can't wink!
I would just trip him from behind or something.
Is he looking at me, or is no one looking at me?
No one is looking at you as he's like calling out to the three men. He's getting really flustered and just yelling at these three men. No one is looking at you.
Please wink at him. That'd be so funny.
He doesn't have eyes.
Sad.
He also is being looked at.
Thumbs up.
Yeah. I just lay there. Trust
You don't
me.
do anything?
No, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not that petty yet.
He's going to like take his cane, and out of frustration, this is not going to hurt you. He's going to keep like wailing on the armor, and after a few minutes, he just getting huffed over. He's like, I guess it is a generic, though expensive-looking suit of armor. Though, why the hell is it out here in the first place? And he just grumbles and walks away.
Poor man.
I think he's going fucking crazy now.
I love it.
I wait until he's like well away from me, and then I just get up.
All right. At that point, we'll go back to the thief squad. You guys have a pretty intricate plan to keep things away, and you are in front of the door.
Yeah, I decided to just use a spell slot to cast silence immediately, because I don't know how much time we have.
Go for it. You are completely in silence.
I'm going to wave for Bliss to come over, and maybe we can examine the door to see if it looks trapped. We can't talk to each other in the sphere, so that's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna, I guess, do like an Arcana check to see if it looks like something will go off.
Go for it. 19. You examine the door, which has a very, like, you can't quite find the handle yet, but it's very clear that there's just a little bit of the outline of this section of the wall that is clearly not wall. But as you kind of peer at the door, you also sort of get this very faint feeling of aura coming from it. You can't specify per se what it is. It's really coming behind the door. But there is something magical that is waiting for you beyond. The door itself is just locked, and you're not sure where the handle is.
Okay. I am just going to kind of make a motion towards Bliss's hands and like a lock picking motion, but then shrug because I'm like, I don't know where the handle is. You know what? I can cast message. Would that work? If
Yeah,
I'm
that
in
would work.
silence?
Yeah, because silence only affects outside noise. It does not affect mental messaging.
Okay, I'm just gonna like cast message and just be like, I can't find the handle. It just seems to be locked. Oh, are you gonna try to make it
Why
to
are you casting prestidigitation?
Sorry, I just wanted to click it to read it, and it.
Oh, no worries.
me?
Gotta click the gear.
That's not gonna work.
I want to believe that this is also Bliss's response in message. That's
Well, it's silent, so.
no, in the message, that's what I want to believe
Yeah.
Bliss is responding with.
Like, you can just hear me thinking through things in my head, like,
Yeah.
can I use this? No, that's not gonna work.
Okay, I'm gonna open my bag and I'm going to get my bottle of ink and I'm going to feel around to see if I can feel a handle on
Roll
the
an
door.
investigation check.
Okay,
Can I
something.
also help with that?
I would say for
Feeling up
this,
the door all over?
I'll just let it be. Well, I'm gonna say both of you roll your own separate checks for this one.
Maybe try to
Okay.
push it.
That's good because my investigation is horrible.
Candor, you're trying
Yeah.
really hard to find it, and after like 2 minutes of just constant, like, slow feeling on the door, Bliss, you just literally like it almost looks like you're punching the door as you reach out and you kind of break apart the wallpaper on the part that's covering the handle.
Perfect. I do that, and then I check it to see if it's locked.
It most definitely is. I'm just gonna give you that now with that soft 20. It is most
I am
definitely.
going to
Lock
check
it.
the door for traps? Question mark? Did we do that
I
already?
mean, I checked with Arcana and it didn't seem trapped, but now that you have the lock in front of you, you never know.
I would like to check the lock for traps.
I'm gonna say, for the sake of brevity, between your investigation and between the Arcana check from earlier, the door itself is not trapped. It's more whatever's inside behind the door in itself is some kind of defense. You get the idea that opening the door will not trigger it, though.
Okay,
Oh.
I am going to lockpick the fuck out of this door.
Just before
Yeah,
you do,
see?
I am going to say that, Grandolph, you see through your snake's eyes,
I raised my hand.
huddled in the corner. Yep, exactly.
Okay, I will just instantly message towards Candor and say, what is happening? Jesus. Sorry, brain.
the guards. No, it's okay. The guards starting to come out of the other room.
Okay, what side was the snake on?
We'll say like facing the staircase down towards the entrance of the building, the right side.
Okay, right side guard. Or right side.
I'll send a message to Bliss, be like, okay, wait, guard, rotation. And so I'm gonna start like making like I'm walking on my rotation.
Yep.
Yeah, start walking and...
Okay. She walks by and she kind of nods to both of you as she walks by. I'm gonna roll. See.
I noticed.
Not
It's a hole.
Natural 6. She does not notice the silence bubble. She just doesn't really take mind to it as she goes towards the other side of the hall and building into a set of rooms on the left side.
Okay,
You guys-
I'm gonna wait like a good 30 seconds for her to make sure she's not coming back out, then rush back to the door as
Yep.
quietly as I can.
Yep.
All right, Bliss, you are up to do as you need.
It's a sleight of hand.
Yes.
It's your thieves' tools. You can actually use your thieves' tools in your sheet.
Okay, I use my thieves' tools.
I'm so used to just like saying I have thieves' tools and rolling sleight of hand because like it's potentially the same thing. But I'm glad you mentioned
I mean,
that.
it is potentially the same thing. It could be either.
So now I don't have to roll, or
You do have to
I mean,
roll.
you're gonna have
Like
to roll
click on
something.
your thieves tools on your sheet. 24. God damn.
Hey man, she's got those gloves.
yeah, they're finally
Perfect.
working.
Yeah, it's very true. You just honestly, I want to make a reference here. You guys remember the fucking hospital trauma center games for the DS?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like Bliss does that pentagram shit, time slows down, and just like rapidly she breaks the lock.
Oh my lord.
The door is unlocked, and it is easily opened as you pull and tug on the handle.
Okay,
What do we see?
what do we see?
You open up to see a very simplified tiled room, and as you poke your heads in to the left, you notice there is a sizable one-person sized vault door.
Ah, I see. You might want to Arcana check that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to Arcana check that. Wait, let's close the door behind us. And then Arcana check it?
Yeah, you
Just
can do that.
Okay.
As you guys close the door and enter the room fully, let me double check my notes here.
We still have some silence on us. It's okay.
I need you both to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Lovely.
How wise are you?
Very nice.
As
Yep.
you both shut the door and step in, the door shuts, you both blink, you're outside the room.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
Are they physically outside of the room?
They are physically outside the room. And in fact, I'm gonna let Grandolph with his snake roll a perception check.
What is perception is wisdom. It's not a very wise snake.
Well, you can roll.
Oh, no, your
Oh, I roll it.
perception. Yeah.
You're looking through its eyes, so.
Should have taken the snake.
Jesus.
All right. This is what we'll say is that Grandolph, you get kind of bored. You're kind of like starting to fall asleep. You wake up, and then you just look up, and it's like both of them are just standing outside the door again. You're like, oh, I guess they didn't go in.
Okay. So keep the door open a little bit.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna send the message to Bliss. It's like, I'm gonna check the vault, and then we're gonna switch places, and you be inside so you can unlock it, so that I can be here for any signals.
What did
Sounds good.
I see?
You know, roll a perception check as well, yeah, because like you're able to kind of like peek your head out the wall that's blocking this view.
Please do better than me. Thank you.
Okay. Literally, Solo, what you saw was they went in, they closed the door behind them, and then immediately the door opened, they turned around, they shut the door, and Bliss refixed the lock.
Okay, I am going to message Bliss and ask her, why the hell did you just lock the door again?
And that's when you both wake up and realize you're outside of the door again.
Okay.
I'm glad that I can curse in silence. Fuck! No one can hear me.
We both are. We're both just. You just see our mouths going, and there's nothing coming out, but we're just cursing like sailors, mad sailors.
Just turn into like Yosemite Sam for a solid minute.
Yep. Okay, well, we have our new plan. Unlock the door again.
Jesus
Roll,
Christ.
roll to unlock the door again. 21, just as good as the last time. The door is unlocked. You open the door.
Okay.
Alright.
Did we are kind of checked the fancy door, right?
Well, we were going to, and then we got teleported outside.
Okay. So I watch the door while Dingus does the check, and then we will swap.
Yeah, fuck you. Anyway, I'm gonna try to check the door that I assume the glow was possibly coming from.
So as you walk in, and go ahead and roll your Arcana. With the 17, you realize it's not per se a glow or a magic from the safe door. It's the room. The entire room has some kind of illusionary enchantment to it.
I don't like that. I will peek out the door and send a message to Bliss telling her the whole room feels illusionary.
Well, that's not good.
And at this point, both of you see the cat do the signal as the guard is beginning to come back out of their hiding spot, or not their hiding spot, but their patrol spot.
The room. Yeah, I'm gonna like hurry up out the door, close it without locking it while I'm outside.
Okay.
Hopefully. And then just like, okay, start making rounds.
You guys do the same thing again. I'm gonna roll to see if she notices this. 8, she does not. You guys are safe once more.
I'm imagining one of those like anime like cute girls. They have the short hair and the glasses, and they're not that smart and they're really flustery. So they just don't pay attention to much at all.
Now add in the fact that I mentioned that she was 6 foot tall and buff, and there were. This is canon now. This is who this woman is.
She has like the bowl cut and the glasses, and just super flustered all the time.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Oh, this is a monster, and I love it.
Can her name be Lucy?
It can. Yeah, I'm okay with this. See, Luna, you need to understand the problem is when you start naming NPCs, I'm gonna have to start making them appear more often, right?
Good. Her name is Lucy.
Oh my god.
Fuck whatever name I gave her or the other guards earlier. Now I'm gonna have to make this gaggle of guards a reoccurring thing, and I'm okay with it.
As she leaves, I'm gonna go back in the room and I'm gonna see if I can maybe investigate to see if I can like break the illusion by looking.
I'll say this, you know enough about magic that the only way that you can break a spell is by literally using the magic of dispel magic, or finding like the source of the magic, like the thing that's causing it. But you get the idea. The room is just littered with specific glyphs to make it the illusionary trap it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I know that like some illusions will fail whenever you investigate them.
I know.
So.
That's
Okay.
true. That's very true, actually. Go ahead, roll an investigation check. You might be able to break this. I did not consider that.
13, probably not.
Not this
Let's try.
round.
No, okay.
What are we investigating?
He was just seeing if he could break the illusion of the room, but I'm just gonna walk outside, message to you, okay, just go unlock the safe, it seems okay. And I'm gonna keep watch and kind of like make little rounds as I keep watch.
Bliss will give Candor finger guns as she goes into the room.
Finger crossbows because guns haven't been invented yet.
Finger crossbows.
Same.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and cut back over to Vorton. Vorton, I want you to go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Dun dun. I must perceive things. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
You must perceive things.
Oh no. Terrible.
Okay. In game, you don't really notice anything. You're fine. Above game, Misha's coming.
Fuck.
Not that I have any way to signal to the other people, but
I mean, you could have been a distraction if you had noticed.
yeah. I've just
I'm
been
gonna say
kicked. I'm in
to-
pain.
I'm gonna say that to include you in this, though, you don't notice Misha, but you do clearly notice the one of the guards who left the building coming up, as Misha was like a few minutes ahead of him. So you do notice that one guard is back. Roll an insight check for me.
Say check. Oh god.
Wow.
I guess he got everything that he needed.
Too busy laying on the floor.
Hey,
Jesus
I got
Christ.
up.
May as well still be laying on the floor.
He's
I'm
just
cla-
contemplating his lot in life. Why did Bahamut forsake him?
I'm contemplating ways to mess with the guy that's mad at me.
I mean, you could send us a signal by like maybe shaking the rope that's tied Just, hey, a guard's coming back.
That would be extremely obvious.
And also, I don't know.
Would Vorton have the foresight to think to do that? That's the question.
Would Vorton have the foresight? Well, considering I think that guard got everything he needed, I didn't have the insight to realize that there's something going on.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Fun.
Vorton's helping.
Vorton is doing his part.
All right, Bliss. As you walk into the room, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Okay.
I mean, we weren't closing the door behind her.
Well, remember, it's the room itself, and as she walks deeper in, all the same, Bliss, you feel this urge to turn around, but then you just kind of shake your head and go, no, money. And you are fine.
Awesome.
For now. You
Temporary awesome.
Yeah, temporarily awesome.
Okay.
You have a safe to break into.
I'm gonna break into the safe. I'm gonna do it.
All right. It is very nice. It is one of those. It is one of those more intricate, like big door safes. But one of the thing is, you do notice there is a significant series of like different like locks that you can mess with to unlatch it and make the big door become free. And with that 19, you're able to get you're actually able to get them pretty easily.
Yeah.
If I'm walking by and I peek in and I see her opening it, I'm gonna like throw my bag in there because I also have a backpack. And she's
Awesome.
like,
I'm gonna
you
fill
know.
some fucking backpacks.
At this point, Kandor, you see a very tall, very perturbed half-orc woman walking up the stairs.
Fuck.
I'm gonna close the door and leave Bliss in there. Can't do anything else.
No.
And I'm just gonna, oh god, and just continue like I'm making
I had
rounds.
to pee. If anyone asks, I really had to
he knows.
pee.
He knows. We've done this before. It's fine.
So here's my question: where are you like You're like you begin to walk as Misha's coming up the stairs. Here's the thing: she's about to walk into your bubble of silence.
Can you dispel it?
He can, or if he wants to keep it up, he can like just like meet her before she steps into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet her before. Like, I'm gonna start walking that way, like that's part of my rounds. And be like, oh, there you are.
What did you say your name was again?
Eric, ma'am. Sir. Sorry.
She smiles at this and puts a hand on your shoulder, and then begins to squeeze and squeeze, and it's starting to hurt actually.
Yes,
I don't
ma'am.
remember your face, and I don't remember your name. So, tell me, I want you to make a Constitution save.
I'm not very good at those. So.
That's gonna hurt. You take 2 points of damage as she is pretty much like squeezing your shoulder and forcing you to one knee. Tell me what's really going on here.
I'm gonna drop the silence, and I'm gonna cast suggestion.
Yeah, that's good. Very good.
And I'm just gonna like, I'm sorry, ma'am, but you told me to come up here, and I thought that you were okay with this. Like, I'm suggesting that she believes me, in a sense. I'm sorry if you don't remember me. I'm very new.
I have a very forgettable face.
Everyone tells me that I look like everyone else. I'm sorry.
Well, that's a real shame. Because I just rolled a 19, so my wisdom saving throw is actually very good. And she says, that's a real shame. That means when I'm done with you, they're gonna have a real time finding your next of kin. And she throws you down the stairs.
Kandor, no.
Oh.
Run away.
Get out of there, bitch!
You
Oh.
hear the high pitched loud whistle as she puts both fingers in her mouth and whistles loudly.
Okay.
Go invisible.
I'm going. Yeah, I was about to say I'm going invisible immediately.
They see this happen and you hear her curse in Orcish. Fucking magic user. What did you want the one guard to be named, Luna?
Lucy!
Lucy.
Lucy.
Lucy, I'm home.
Lucy. Oh god. Lucy rolls up and just goes, "Oh, Commander, I didn't know you were." She puts a hand up. You got the thing for magic, right? And she spills her bag everywhere. And one of the things that spills out of the bag is a little like amulet that looks like an eyeball, like a little glass eyeball.
Oh no.
And without missing a beat, Misha goes to grab for it. Sola and Grandolph, you have a moment to do something before she grabs it. What do you do?
Do something! What do you want to spell?
Do something!
Can I have the
Bless is-
snake go grab it before she picks it up?
Do you have like mage hand or like something you could snatch it with?
Snake.
I will
You
say
said
that
mage
I will say the snake can definitely dash to grab it, and then the snake gets to roll a dexterity check to like literally like swallow it, and then run away.
Oh my god!
Otherwise, Sola can do something if she chooses to.
I don't really have anything for this. I'm gonna get ready to grab, fuck, what's his name? Grandolph and leave, basically. I'm just prepping for that.
All right, Grandolph with a 16. As Misha is going to grab for it, I'm gonna go ahead and this is gonna be with disadvantage because she doesn't expecting this shit. Sixes. The snake just lunges up, makes a hissing noise, makes all three guards jump back a little bit, especially Misha. So you notice Misha jumps back a little far for that snake. And as the snake grabs the eye and swallows it, where is it running to? Where is it going?
Where is the furthest place to get away from?
You can have it run down the stairs. Roll down the stairs.
It's gonna roll down the stairs and like out of the building.
It's just gonna
away
like
from Vorton.
it's gonna like Yggdrasil grab its tail and just like Sonic ring down the fucking staircase.
Yeah. And it's gonna like try to exit the building and go like the opposite direction of what Vorton
Pick
is.
up a couple rings on the way down.
I say, if they do follow the snake, I'm running up the stairs while invisible.
All right, roll a stealth check for me with advantage because that's what invisibility gives you.
Yeah, and I also have a cloak. It's fine.
Yeah, you have like
21.
yeah, it really is fine. Misha and the other two guards begin chasing after the snake as it continues to dash. How much movement does this snake have?
30 feet. It also has
Oh
swim
my
30
God.
feet. Is there water nearby?
Yeah, there's a fucking pond it can go
Yes!
into.
Into the pond!
So literally this turns in like ironically we mentioned I Love Lucy. This turns into a Betty Hill chase,
Yes.
chasing the fucking snake into the
Yakety
party.
sacks,
Um,
frickin'.
I have something to add.
Go for it.
As I run up, I'm going to like see Tempest and like mentally communicate to her, go help the snake, because she has a flying speed of 40, and so if she can go grab the snake and pick it up, she can go further.
I just want this eyeball thing, I'll be honest.
I mean, it's fair.
God, this is great. We cut at this point, Vorton. You can't not see this. You don't notice the snake, but you do see the three guards. Just Ed, and Eddie run out of the building trying to chase after something.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Vorton, what do you do?
They look panicked.
Very panicked, and it seems like a handful of other guards are either about to run into the building to cover where they're leaving, or run with them to try and stop the snake.
Oh. I'm trying to get a mental image of everything right now.
Go for it.
I didn't see what they were chasing after.
You didn't see what they were. Well, you can roll perception if you want. See if you notice the snake. But even if you don't notice the snake, you 100% will notice the guards. You don't notice the snake, unfortunately.
Okay. I walk forwards a bit to try and see what they're chasing.
As they get further to a distance, when they get closer to the party, you do see a small little slithery black line.
Okay. Do they see it?
They are still chasing after it, yes.
Okay. Would I recognize that snake?
With that perception check, I would probably say no. It really comes down to now, here's where it gets really fun. Vorton, I want you to make a dry intelligence check to see if you could put 2 and 2 together.
Intelligence check, you say?
Yep.
Where's my...
Just your basic intelligence stat.
Trying to find my intelligence button. There it is.
Just click intelligence. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna let you get that. You don't know the specifics, but you understand that shit's going down inside the building.
Do I trust in these people enough yet?
I owe you money.
That is true.
Vorton just climbs the building. He's like, "Give me my money!"
You could get up here while everyone's distracted
That's-
and
Yo,
pretend to be a
if-
suit
if
of armor
Vor-
in the hallway.
If Vorton actually climbed the building, you know what it would probably look like Goliath from Gargoyles, just like mashing his hand into the side of the building.
Oh my god.
Yes!
I love that show.
Oh, I have the first season on DVD.
Oh man.
Okay, I'm gonna take... So all the guards are distracted by Snick?
So far, yes, and you do hear commotion of other guards who are about to fill in the position that the others just left. These are professional guards. They're pretty good about keeping shit on tight.
Okay, leave my post or not leave my post? I don't know what's going on. Something's happening. I'm gonna head into the house.
Alright, you begin to head in as you meet up with the guards, and the guards all look at you and it's like, wait, aren't you Grandolph's construct?
He instructed me to help where I can. How do you need help?
Roll a deception check. Ooh.
I mean, it's not really a lie.
That was solid. Like on the fucking A. They all kind of get paused by this. It's like, Grandolph's. Hey, I think I saw the captain chasing something. Should we be? Yeah, we could trust Grandolph's call. Like, listen, are you gonna? I don't want to have to answer anyone, including Grandolph, if we just say no, don't help us. Yeah, just stay here, report anything that happens. If there's any shit, like, you're Grandolph's construct, you're probably smart enough to take care of this. And they run off to go help catch up.
Yes! Yes!
I start going up the stairs.
Get your booty up here. Let's do some shit.
We'll cut now over to Bliss, as you now have to make an athletics check to actually crank the door open, because this is still a big fuck you safe.
Yeah.
I can help from the other side. I am up there.
Quite budging.
Help me. I am weak.
Can I open it from the outside?
Yes, you can open the door and walk in, but then you have to make a wisdom saving
Nope.
throw immediately.
No, I'm just opening the door and I'm
Okay.
peeking in. And I'm
Okay.
invisible, so she can't see me, but I send like a message so I can stay
Bliss, you
quiet. I'm
practically
like,
crap yourself
hey.
as you like see the door swing open and no one there.
I'm just like,
I feel like I would know it's Candor.
you
The
might.
nature of being friends with someone who can turn invisible.
It's like, okay, we gotta hurry. We have a distraction going on. We gotta go.
Help me get this fucking door open.
At that point, you hear tung tung tung. You guys see Vorton walking up the stairs.
I'm gonna
Wait.
walk in
Roll a wisdom
and
save.
hope for the best. And I'm just like, as I'm taking the step in, stop me if something happens. 16.
You managed to make it. But at this point, Bliss, you have been in the room long enough. You also have to make a wisdom save. You
Sadness.
hear Kandor say, "Stop me," and all of a sudden everything just kind of goes blank. Kandor, you notice that her eyes get very glassy as she starts to move outside of the room.
I'm gonna slap her.
All right, just roll a
Pitch,
strength
get
check.
back in there.
Just roll a strength check.
Be gentle, daddy.
Oh my god.
No.
Bliss, what is your AC?
14.
It unfortunately does not hit.
Can I grab her?
You can make another athletics check. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sadness.
Bliss, because she's trying to grapple you, make a athletics check against a Kandor's check. Oh my god. You are just locked in a stalemate as like Bliss is like got their arms and feet like on the door frame and Kandor's like got his hands wrapped around her waist, pulling on her like, no, damn it. And at this point, that's when you walk up Vorton and you see all this.
Help me.
I walk forwards and I just like flick Bliss on the forehead.
All right, how much like percent of your strength are you using? Because like even
Just-
2% probably kills her.
Just enough to shock her, like just a light little flick.
All right, I'm gonna say you get a athletics check with advantage because technically she's grappled. All right, what is you're like kind of doing this with as little damage as possible.
Yeah.
Bliss, you take 1 point of damage as you snap out of the illusion.
Okay.
You just feel like an armored finger flick you in the forehead.
I just lean down.
Ow!
I lean down like, don't be a coward and run away. Finish the mission.
When did you get here?
The guards came running out, and I decided to help you guys, not them.
I just
But
like
they think
I
I'm
put my
helping
head
them.
in like shh. Open door.
Oh,
Oh god. Oh
Okay.
god.
I go to open the door. They ask me to open.
You walk in. Vorton, I want you to roll a wisdom save with advantage.
Oh yes. Yes.
That's a natch 20.
20!
Hey.
You both watch as Vorton just casually walks up, and with your strength, Vorton, I'm just gonna assume you can just fuck it. No, roll an athletics to see if you open the door, just to see if RNG really hates us. No, 16. You guys just watch as he just casually walks in, turns the crank of the wheel of the door, and just pulls it open like it was nothing.
Nice.
Like, you guys had issues with this.
By the way, Kandor's still invisible, so like you're just watching it. You're just seeing Blitz being held up by a ghost.
It's fine.
I heard her say help me, though.
No, you did hear Kandor say that. That's true.
Yeah, so I know she's
Yeah.
somewhere. I'm just gonna...
He.
Oh, sorry, he.
It's okay.
For some reason, I've always imagined Cantor as a girl. Was this my...
Long hair.
Sorry.
Your headcanon.
Yeah,
Wow.
sorry.
What do we see in this safe?
Gold, gold, gold!
I hop out of Kandor's arms with both backpacks and start loading them.
Wait, no. I'm gonna take my backpack and start loading it myself. Thank
I
you.
take
And
my
then-
helmet
no.
off and just start
Someone load
shoving gold in me.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
do I need to remind you both your bag of holding literally is on legs? It is next to
Right.
you.
Right.
Oh,
Let's go
no.
lay
Wait.
on the floor. We'll shovel it in.
Yeah.
I just kneel down.
We're gonna fill him as much as possible, but we're also gonna put some in our backpacks because that's the kind of people we are.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna cut over. I love this. This is turned into such a fucking great session. All this build up. We're gonna cut over to Grandolph's Snake and Tempest.
Yeah.
Grandolph, I need you to roll a dexterity check for your snake to see if it can continue to avoid the guards. Okay, I'm gonna make a group roll to see what happens here.
I mean, yeah, Tempest can also try to help. She's
Yep,
a little bit faster.
And that's what's gonna have to happen because as Tempest
Yeah.
is flying above all this, they notice that the snake is actually about to get snatched up by the guards with that 14. So Tempest has got to make a dexterity check to try and snatch the snake up.
Oh, please. A 12 or an 18.
Unfortunately, as the Tempest kind of dives in, they kind of like kick off the shoulder of one of the guards as they kind of all pile in, and they hear, "I got it! I got the snake!" As it's kind of like throwing it around, like its head thrashing. It actually is.
Yeah,
Go ahead and roll to see if it can bite someone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can Tempest scratch that guy's face? Oh, nice!
That would have been a nat 20 if only, but that
God,
makes...
right.
That fucking works. It bites into the person that's holding on to it. Deceive con save. Unfortunately, that was a natural 20, but that's a very surprise bite, and they have to see if they're going to hold on to you any further. That's a 3. Roll them another dexterity check.
Please. Yay.
17.
Go, little snake, go.
The guard drops the snake, and it's sort of like in the middle of this pile of guards as they're still surrounding it. Tempest can make another dive at the snake because they didn't really notice it before. 16. I'm gonna roll 10. As they back away from the snake, Tempest just dives down, picks the snake up gently in their jaw, kicks off into the sky again. As you just hear the guard captain yelling, "Shoot that fucking thing out of the sky!"
Oh god.
And at this point, I don't know if Tempest notices this, but to paint the narrative, a handful of those guards that Fortun told to fuck off arrive, and Misha just looks at them like, "What the fuck are all you doing here?" It's like, Grandolph was helping us. His construct is looking at the... And then she literally just punches him and knocks him out. "Every last one of you, get back to that building!" And they just salute her and start running back. We cut back to the rest of you.
Still shoveling gold. Like,
Yep.
dog through legs shoveling gold into board.
Yeah. And, like, if there is platinum, go for the platinum first.
Yeah.
Here-
Any
I'll
like,
grab the
expensive
platinum
looking
bars
items
and put them
are
in there.
going in. And,
Here-
like, gems, large gems, anything
Yeah.
else that looks of value.
Here's my question. Sola, as you're seeing all of this, do you want to get in on this action? Because the plan's gone to shit, and yet at the same time not gone to shit.
Yeah, I'll go and help.
Can I
Alright.
go watch like the top of the stairs so I can let them know when they're coming?
You're deaf and blind, so like you're
right.
gonna need Sola to
You
like
can-
kind of...
I guess
mean,
the
he-
snake's in the mouth now. I don't need to be watching
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
You don't need to be watching anymore.
So I'll cancel that then,
Alright.
and then I'll go watch the stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna go in and help. What do I need to roll?
I want Sola, Candor, and Bliss to all make dexterity checks or acrobatics checks. No, sleight of hands. Sleight of hands. If you already rolled dexterity, you're fine. It's the same difference.
8.
I'm gonna let you keep that 6. Oh no, 16 was.
I clicked the wrong button. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Sleight of hand was what I wanted anyway. Between all of you and the time you have, you're going through this. You're a quarter of the way through what the vault has to offer.
How much do I get?
How are there any sort of items of any particular note in here that are going in first?
It is mostly just gold and platinum. That is all this vault is full of.
Okay. Yeah, no, we're just gonna continue.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I-
I'm gonna say Grandolph at this point, in the distance from the window that you can see on the balcony near the staircase, you see a rush of guards beginning to make their way back. What do you do?
Is there like any doors downstairs or anything?
Yeah, the door. They're like, you guys are like on like, what was it, like the fourth or fifth floor of this building.
Oh my
And-
god. Sorry, I just got a really good idea.
Oh,
No,
that's
no,
fine.
Continue.
He's scrolling over
guys-
that.
I'm
You
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You guys are on the very top floor of this mansion, or this section of the mansion, and basically, at the end of that staircase. Oh no, it was only 3 story. Yeah, 3 stories because like fucking 4 or 5 is way more than 100. You can see that like they would just have to rush into the main door of this building and then just gun it up the stairs, up the flights.
Okay.
And it's like, one staircase that goes like from the entrance up more and more, like in the middle, and just like the levels of the mansion just spread left and right as they go up the stairs. So it's just a straight shot to get to you guys.
Set it on fire.
Can you note me?
Set the stairs on
Message
fire.
Bliss.
I don't have that.
Fuck! Damn it!
Well, I want to cast knock on like a door that's like 2 floors below us
Okay. Can you
as like a
spell for me?
distraction, hopefully.
All right. All right. Here. All right. That'll work, but I'm gonna say you this right now: the knock alone is not gonna be enough. So, do you have anything else that can get their attention with that?
If I cast Ray of Frost on the stairs, is it gonna freeze them?
Click the spell for me. I need to see, like, because sometimes these spells don't last.
Oh. Not what?
No, Ray of Frost is an instant single target spell, so no, it would not. It would not do anything to the stairs, unfortunately.
Maybe tell us that they're coming. Just
I'm
like,
going through my spells first, and then I'm probably gonna end up doing that. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Randolph is a wizard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just literally see him like he's just like calmly going through his spell book as the guards are rushing towards the building.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go tell them that the guards are coming. The British are coming. The British are coming.
I
So you do that, you come to get us?
I'm not going in. I'm like yelling like the
Okay.
guards are coming.
Bliss
Don't-
stands up and goes, I got this, and then runs out the door.
I put
I'm gonna run up to the
Oh my
stairs.
God,
I wanna
Oh my God,
I wanna
yes.
grease all the stairs. I wanna grease the stairs. Please
With
let
what?
me grease the stairs.
With what? With what?
The spell, grease. I want to grease the stairs.
Click it.
Click it. Let me read it. Slick grease covers the ground at 10 foot. That would fucking work.
Please,
You
please.
get to Home Alone
Yes,
this shit. That
yes,
totally works.
yes.
You cover the entire staircase with nothing but grease. And here's the best part. These are heavy armored guards. Their dexterity checks are a disadvantage.
Yay! I'm so happy.
Are you still disguised as a guard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah, it lasts for like an hour, right?
Yes, it does.
Mhm.
They run towards the staircase. They look up to you and they look like, oh, good, one of us is already here.
They go, quick, guys, get up here.
And they're all gonna rush up at disadvantage. Do you guys want me to take a picture of what I just rolled?
Please.
Yes.
Is it good?
I hope it's a 1.
I hope it's a series of ones.
Hold on, let me.
I hope it's all
let me-
20s.
Let me just get you this. The first roll was an 8.
Hmm.
Here is here's the other one. I'll show you. Although I know you guys can guess it, but it's gonna be so vindicating to actually get to see it.
The suspense is killing me.
Yes. And there it is.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
As they all rush up, it's literally one of those cartoons where you see their like legs
Yes.
like turn into like what happens when Sonic runs really fast. They're like whoa, 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 and they all land on top of each other
Yes.
and take 5 points of damage.
Bliss just breaks into uncontrolled cackling and runs back to help with the gold.
All right, I want everyone inside the vault except for Vortun to make one more sleight of hand check.
Wow, guys.
Hey, I don't want to hear it from you.
Bliss, this includes you because you're running back to help
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
him. Okay.
Yeah, see? You rolled a
Better than the
4.
rest of y'all
Yeah, you rolled a
fuckers.
4. Jeez.
All right.
Yeah.
Because you have
This is
plus
what-
10.
I know.
This is what I'm gonna tell you. This is what I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. You guys now have, 300,000 gold stuffed into
Son of a bitch.
your
Let's get out of
fucking
here.
bag of holding, armor boy.
How much
There
platinum?
is another 700,000 left in that vault.
If only we had a way to take it with us.
How much
Or blow it
platinum
up.
is
We
there?
could blow it up.
If I can't have the gold, no one can!
This sounds
I
accurate.
mean,
He'd probably like that. That fucking dude we're working for, he might give us
Oh,
a
yeah.
he fucking hates these guys. So
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Vorton puts on his helmet and goes to leave the room.
Wait. How the fuck are we getting you out of here?
I got that.
Down the
the
road.
window.
Down the road. Down the road.
Hold on. Guys, you have a very heavy suit of armor.
Okay, I'm
You have
gonna.
you have a bunch of guards, like, piled on top of each other at the bottom of the stairs and a greasy staircase.
Rolling pin?
The staircase.
I-
Not rolling pin,
The staircase
volleyball.
is covered in a
Volleyball?
minute, but I got this. I got this. I know what I'm doing.
While he's starting to leave, I'm putting some gold or whatever in my bag before we go.
Absolutely, I'm doing the
Oh,
exact
yeah.
same thing.
Okay, you all can make one more sleight of hand check for your personal
You
stocks,
greedy
then.
bastards.
This is a bank heist, basically.
Oh!
There it is.
I'm still invisible.
my.
Why can't I have advantage on this? I'm hiding.
Visibility doesn't help you.
The invisibility doesn't help with handling of money.
But I got a good roll,
Alright.
so it's okay.
Bliss and Candor, you both get 40 more things of gold. Sola, it's really heavy. It's really hard to stuff in your bag, but you have 100 pieces of gold. Well, 100 gold worth of bars in your bag.
A bar.
Okay, cool beans, let's get the fuck out of here. You're telling me you don't have any explosion
Wait.
magic at all?
No.
I literally have 2 spell slots.
I have fire. I can. I'm not gonna start the stairs on fire.
Oh my god, if the stairs are greased, you could set them on fire.
I could, but then how's our beefy boy gonna get out of the?
Okay. So,
How much money did Sola get? She rolled a nat 20.
I got 100 gold worth of bars.
Ooh.
What's your thought process on getting out Vorton?
okay. So, as I leave the safe, would I notice where the oil spot is? The grease spot?
Yes, the grease spot is literally the staircase. That's
The
how
whole
fucking big it is.
The whole staircase?
It is
Yeah.
10 foot wide with a range of it's fucking everywhere. It's everywhere.
But
Okay.
you're associated with me. You're gonna ruin my rep, man.
Can I see the guards at the bottom?
Yeah, they're having a really hard time getting back on their feet. They're all greased up.
You can pretend to trip down the stairs.
I run.
Are you guys alright? And then trip down the stairs.
I run to the edge of the stairs and make sure I stop before it, and I look down at them like, "Did you see where she went?"
Amazing.
How did you get?
I was chasing someone through. They snuck in while you guys were distracted, and she keeps on giving me the slip. I'm a suit of armor. I'm not that nimble.
Yeah, we kind of understood. Are they still up there? Can you? And they're like having a really hard time getting up.
I turn around like, I thought she came this way.
Someone push him down the stairs.
Don't do that. He's full of gold.
Yeah,
If I break-
that's gonna be a bad time.
The gold goes everywhere.
If I break, they will get crushed under a wave of gold. We don't want that.
No.
I mean, it would be funny, but
I just see it now. Bliss, Candor, Grandolph, and Sola charged for attempted theft and the murder of 5 city guards.
Like,
Nope, I'm invisible. They don't see me anymore.
yeah, but
While I'm invisible, can I just like... I see what Vortod's doing.
but
And I'm just like, to our people that are not Vortod, I'm like, maybe we should be sneaking down the rope now? I mean...
Before that happens, fucking Jesus, Grandolph.
Yes.
Maybe it would be a good time to cast some sort of knocking noise going down the staircase. They already know the person can go invisible.
I shout to the guards, "Is there another staircase up here?"
They all look up, look at you, and go, no, sir, it's just this one staircase."
that's unfortunate.
Yep. I turn around and I'm like, "She couldn't have gone far." And then, yeah.
You just
I mean,
run
we
off
could
like.
keep loading up.
Like I'll search again up here. You guys check down there, and I run away.
But where do you run to? You're on the 3rd floor.
I pretend I'm looking around the 3rd floor.
Okay, you just run back. I guess you just run off to the left or right. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just load more up.
Honestly.
Alright, I will say this: your bags can only hold as much of the bars as you've taken.
No,
you
no,
need
like-
Vorton again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's there. They obviously
come back.
taken up the fucking stairs, so.
All right, here's the thing: Vorton is not specifically running into the safe room again, so you'd have to grab him.
I'm trying to cause a distraction so they can get away safely.
But
Well,
they're
we're
greedy,
greedy.
they want more money.
Motherfuckers. So
Yeah.
Get your fucking
Alright, this is-
ass back in here.
This is what we're gonna do here. Before Vorton runs off, I will say that one of you can roll a strength check with advantage against Vorton to see if you can pull him inside the room.
With advantage?
With advantage, because how I'm picturing this is that it's literally Bliss, Candor, and Sola all grabbing Vorton, trying to pull him inside.
It's
not me.
Okay,
So,
does anyone have any pluses to strength at all?
I have a
I have
plus
a
4.
+1.
Okay, you're the one rolling because I have 0 and she has -1.
Okay, I'm just doing strength check at advantage.
Yeah, and athletics with advantage, and Vorton, you gotta roll standard athletics.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
Ooh.
It takes a little bit of doing, but between the 3 of you, like, as Vorton's saying, I'll keep checking, as you get pulled inside of the room again. Everyone roll another wisdom saving throw to see if the illusion fucks with you. Vorton, you roll with advantage.
Where
It's
am
okay.
I looking?
Wisdom
Where's the
save.
On the left-hand
Wisdom
Very
side.
at the top.
Oh, wisdom save. I clicked wisdom. Oops.
Oh yeah, wisdom save. Yeah, it's different.
There we go. Natural 20
There
again.
you go.
Vorton is wise.
Am I clicking just the wisdom button?
It's a save. It's
Yeah,
above
wisdom
all your
save.
attributes. Look
It's,
at your
it's
strength.
above
Oh.
saving throws.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, you all make it except Bliss, who
Yeah.
who
And we're all
slowly
just gonna
walks
grab
out.
her.
I don't care. We're
Can I
piling
just
on
grab?
this motherfucker.
Can I just grab Bliss as I'm being yanked back?
Yeah, you could do that.
Just grab my tail and give it.
I just
you know,
grab
like
her.
full-
Would that be athletics?
I'm just gonna. Yeah, it would be athletics and Bliss. You would also have to roll athletics unless you just both of you roll athletics again.
Oh.
Well,
Here's how we're gonna do this. Vorton, you manage to grab her tail and you pull. It doesn't make any notice. Bliss, you feel a very large tug on your tail. I'm going to
Cool.
let you decide what happens with that.
I stop and I turn around.
You literally just, I'm gonna just picture that like you're just kind of stopped, and like you're still trying to walk, but your feet are just like running on the
Yeah.
ground as you
I
can't
just like,
move.
zombie walk
Yeah.
in place because I can't move because he's got my tail. Yeah, that.
Yep. But because of the athletics check not being enough to grab her per se, Bliss, you do begin to start walking out of the room. As Vorton, you get to your feet, and the other two stop trying to pull you.
Yeah, we're just shoveling money in a meeting.
Yeah, I'll take off my
Do
head.
that. I'll snap out of it. and
Savage.
reopen
I'll
the door.
tear this motherfucker's head off if I need
Bliss,
to, but
Bliss,
it's
you
mine's going in.
shut the door, you relock the door, you blink and you realize you're outside of the room again.
I go, ah, fuck, and then I open the door.
You gotta roll your
Yep.
fucking thieves' tools to get to break open
I
the
did. I got a 25, bitch. I opened the door.
You open the door again.
You're getting really good at this.
Well, yeah.
Do you walk in the room or do you just stay outside the room?
I walk in the room,
Roll a wisdom save.
Oh my god.
going to get the money.
You
I
go
am
outside the room again as you shut the door and lock it again.
As this is happening, we're just shoving gold in me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sola and Candor roll more sleight of hand checks.
Oh yeah, don't let me stop you. I'm just gonna be over
Yeah.
here opening and closing the door repeatedly.
Whatever works, man.
Say what?
Damn it!
Whatever works.
She's
At
broken.
this point, Bliss, when you exit the room, you actually, you know what, Grandolph, you're still at the one window.
I'm just watching her go in and out the door.
Grandolph, roll a perception check.
Help me.
Oh no.
All right, Bliss, roll a perception check.
Not very perceptive. Oh my god.
You're too blinded by anger with this door and this bullshit magic.
Yeah.
As you all continue doing this, you get about another 100,000 gold. You're just grabbing all the gold's worth of shit. You gotta keep in mind, this is like every bar is worth like a shit ton of gold, and you're grabbing like multiple size bars. As you suddenly just hear a very loud, very angry, barbaric, orcish yelling as it gets louder and louder as it gets closer to the building. And this woman leaps up in front of you, Bliss. And as you slowly turn around, you see a raging Misha right in front of you, in front of the door.
Push her.
What? How did she get there? Is she covered in grease?
She is not. She jumped.
Push her down the stairs.
She got a natural 20 with her athletics.
Am I by the stairs?
You are, the distance between the stairs and the door is like a 10-foot distance. So she sees you, she's wielding both of her hand axes, and she's just huffing angrily.
Do we hear this?
You hear a thump and a loud yelling. And
Okay.
Grandolph, you're like across from them, like 30 feet away, on the other end of the hall, on like the other part of the balcony, watching this.
I'm just kind of like hiding.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to turn invisible.
It's like into the Spider-Verse.
I go, oh hi, and then I turn invisible, and then I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to make the sound of me screaming towards the stairs.
You cast your invisibility, and like in a very angry smile, she just kind of shakes her head as she points at something around her neck, as you see the glass eye, and you look at yourself and you realize you are no longer invisible.
Oh, I cross my arms, and I look at her, and I go, well, fuck, and then I run away.
You disengage.
How the hell did she get the eye?
That's a good question. Neither you nor Candor are seeing through your familiar's eyes, so you have no idea. You can only assume the worst at this point.
Sadness.
Or she had more than one.
Or she had more than one, true. That's also an option. Because fucking Tempest can fly and none of them can fly.
Yeah.
You... As a rogue, you can disengage as a bonus action, and I'm gonna say you can dash as an action and just Betty Hill continue this chase scene.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Alright, the hall is only so wide, so there's a room you can run off into and a window that outlooks everything outside. What do you do?
What are we talking everything outside? Like the party?
The party.
Okay.
Meaning, so like there's a window that you see in this room as you're rounding the corner. You're 3 stories up, and you have no other exit other than maybe getting lucky and going under Misha's legs as you try to avoid her.
Huh.
Or jumping out the window.
What is it looking like out the window?
It's a little chaotic. It seems like the partygoers are getting a little, like, frazzled by what's going on. They're not really sure what's happening. All they heard was Misha yelling.
Okay, cool. Is there, like, a convenient cloth outcrop that I can, you know, Aladdin my way onto and then off into the party, or...
Make a perception check.
The roof is only 10 feet up. This bitch is in armor.
Oh my god.
The what?
The roof is only 10 feet above us, and this bitch is in armor.
Yeah, you could climb up the window.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Clavians, I'm gonna run for the window.
Alright, yeah, that's the only option you have is you get a natural 1. Roll a dexterity check as you try to climb up the building to the roof.
Cool.
There it
okay!
20's when it counts, baby.
Yeah, the natural 20 is what counts. Don't roll saves, roll like acrobatics or dexterity. That 20 fucking counts. You jump out the window and kind of like do like an acrobatics thing where you like grab the top of the windowsill and just flip your body up towards the roof.
Cool.
And Misha leans her head out and looks at you as you're climbing upward. And...
I give her finger crossbows and like do it.
and run on the roof.
Yeah.
All right, she's going to try and angrily climb the roof. And with a 5, she is now dangling out the windowsill.
Nice.
Good.
So I'm
And we're
hoping.
still here.
I would have swore loud enough for you guys to hear me. I'm hoping.
Yeah, they would have heard all the commotion and the
Time
fact
to
that
GTFO, my friendos.
you gotta also remember that you also lock the door every time you left it, so they're in the safe room as it's locked.
Is it? It's.
Should be unlockable
I mean,
from the inside.
Yeah, it should be
Yeah, we-
unlockable from the
yeah.
inside.
Whenever I'm about to say, she actually unlocked it with a 21 right before. Oh no, she got a wisdom save.
No,
Yeah,
here's the thing.
God
You
bless.
guys are correct. That's why I'm laughing. You guys are in this
Sorry.
room that they can't get in, and only you can open from the inside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
we're just
Tyler.
piling
just
more
shoveling
food in
gold.
this motherfucker.
Grandolph, what are you doing?
So is she like literally hanging by her hands, dangling out of
Yeah,
the window?
she's literally dangling with axes in hand, and she's holding onto the windowsill.
Would she be able to see into the room through the window, or is she like
she's
straight
all
arm
the way
dangling?
across the hall in a different part of the room, a different part of the building. She doesn't even notice you there.
Can I like try to sneakily peek in her room?
Yeah, you can roll a stealth
Catch her
check.
too. Fucking stealthy wizard here, don't mind me. Not a stealthy wizard.
She hears someone coming up and she calls out for help.
So she doesn't see into the window at
No,
all?
she can't see into the window, but she
Stalker!
knows someone's there. Just
I'm
go
gonna, like...
go over to her, stick 2 daggers in her hands, and go, "Long live the king!"
No,
Well,
you don't want her to see her.
Yes,
You're Grandolph the Great.
That's why I'm asking if she can see through the window. So I want to like crouch down under the window so she can't see, and then like push her hands off the window so she falls out the window.
Make a athletics check against hers, because that's literally all that's holding her up. She does not see you, yeah. So
God damn it.
you try to like use your staff to like hit her hands, like make her lose her grip, but with a 19 she's holding on, but she is just like getting angrier and angry as you're hitting her.
Stab her fingers.
I'm
Just cut the
gonna
fingers off.
I'm gonna stab her hands.
With what?
My rapier.
All right, roll the hit.
Damn it.
I mean, she's not moving, man. Come on.
You know what? Let's do it. She's technically prone. Roll again, because that would be at advantage, because she's technically prone at this stage.
There
Yeah,
it
that
is.
hits. You
Yeah.
stab one of her hands, and she gives out a call in anger and pain. She is only holding on by one hand now, and it is slipping.
I want to do it again.
Okay, roll again. With advantage.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately not, and by this
How do I
point...
miss someone who's hanging out of a window?
At this point, the party people all see this, and more guards begin to run towards the building, as the one guards at the bottom of the grease pit finally seem to get a hold of themselves. And here's the fun part. You want to know what they're doing? And
Are
Are they
Are
like
they
hanting their way up, where they're just like hands and knees over each other?
no, better. They're laying down on. Some of them are laying down and acting as a bridge.
Nice.
So,
You might wanna.
yeah, I'm gonna run to a window that's like opposite of where she is, so she doesn't see me or anything.
Uh huh.
And I'm gonna yeet myself out a window.
Don't even warn your party in the door that people are coming.
I meant go get them, you dumb
All right,
shit.
roll another athletics check as you're literally jumping out a closed window.
Oh shit, I didn't open it. Well, that's what I get for not specifying, I guess.
You're a dumbass.
Roll athletics. You, with all of your might, you kind of prep yourself, adjust your shoulders, and you body check the window and break the window and fall out of the 3-story building.
I'm gonna Misty Step to land on the ground.
Alright, you're gonna take 3 points of damage for having to body check a window. The guards rush over to you and look as you Misty Step to save yourself just before you hit ground. And they go over to you and go, Grandolph! Sir, what's going on?
I just got thrown out of a window.
Roll a deception check with advantage.
Please, for the love
Because
of
you
God.
literally threw yourself out of a fucking window.
God damn it.
That's just enough because
Oh, thanks.
the DC for all of that is really fucking solid. Also, Misha just goes, fucking help me, you morons! As she loses her grip.
Do we hear this happening in the safe room?
You cannot hear anything other than
No.
the clanging of gold in your fucking goddamn brain.
Misha begins to fall 3 stories up a building as... Now here's the question, Grandolph.
Uh-huh.
Do you just let her fall?
Save her to be convincing.
I'm
Do it.
gonna save her, I just don't know how.
With Misty.
Yeah, I don't know if he can. Well, he would have. It teleports him.
Yeah.
What does Misty Step do?
This is where D&D gets creative, boys and girls.
If I break her fall, I'm gonna die.
Could you jump to catch her and then Misty Step?
I only gotta do it once per day for free. And I think it only teleports
Well,
me,
you
it
can
doesn't
use
teleport other people with me.
Why wouldn't it
Well,
teleport?
click it and read it.
It doesn't
Click it and post it up. Briefly surrounded by you teleport up to 30 feet
Yep.
to an unoccupied space. Yeah, just you specifically.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just tell the guards to break their fall.
Would technically her falling on someone be an attack?
I'll give you a hint. You can attempt to do some kind of attack if it would like force the momentum to go in a different direction than down. You'd effectively be doing damage to her, but it would break the fall all the same.
Because I wanted to push a guard under her and then shield him.
That would work.
To like break, but it only adds like +5 to his DC, and then if it beats it, he takes no.
That actually works completely well. I only have 2 things I have to ask of you. What do you say to the guard? You have 5 words or less.
I'm like, trust me.
Make a athletics check with advantage.
I suck.
That'll do because you told him you told him to trust you. He kind of like doesn't get it. You gotta push him, and he's like, oh, and he dives forward.
And then I
And I'm
shield
gonna
him.
roll to see if he manages this. Okay, 15.
Oh no,
And
I
then
can
you
only
cast
target
shield on
self.
him.
Oh no, it's only for me.
As
I have mage armor. Maybe I'll
jumps
cast mage armor.
forward, Misha
God damn it, I just
lands
killed him.
on him, and there's this little aura barrier that's like just an inch off of this man's armor. As you hear a loud thunk, you hear Misha call out in pain and fall on the ground, but as they pick her up, she's clearly moving. She's just not in the best of sorts.
What about the guy on the ground?
He's okay.
Okay, thank God.
He actually gets up and he's like, I'm alive?
Like, he's alive! No way!
Everyone immediately looks at you when you say that, like, what?
I'm kidding, guy. And I like slap him on the shoulder. I knew that would work.
Cutting back to everyone in the safe room. Make another sleight of handshake.
We actually have multiple
at this point.
You really do. Do 3 more. Each of you. Do
I'm
3
gonna
more.
I'm
Fuck
gonna
it.
get back in the window. If that's okay.
Solia takes gold out. So does Canver.
Yeah, you actually like Vorton actually like burps a little bit of gold out. Like, sorry.
Jesus.
Okay,
Hey, I'm assuming we have most of this shit.
You now have 500k.
That's a lot of fucking gold.
That.
Yeah, we had 500k a minute ago. I
You
think.
guys have 2.
We had
You guys-
300k at first.
You had
And then we had
300k and you
400.
rolled 2 nat 1s.
We also rolled like 4 good rolls.
Stop being greedy.
That is
yeah.
All right, fine. 650.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay,
That's
I'll
all
take
we need.
Fucking
Okay.
hagglers.
I shove. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
After this,
God.
Vorton's starting to panic. He just.
No, listen. You don't haggle with God unless you're entertaining him, and he's very entertaining, so I'm allowing it.
I am
Vorton is starting to panic a little bit because this is completely not something he would usually do, and he just stands straight up, shoves on his helmet, and goes to leave.
Yeah, we need to go.
Yep. And I-
Yep, I'm still invisible, and I'm just like, alright, I'm out.
Later, bitches.
Okay, the door is still locked?
from the outside, we're safe.
Yeah, but you guys can open the door on your own.
Oh, just like normal, right?
Yeah.
Should try to close it and
Okay.
lock it.
Can I listen to the door to make sure there's nobody on the other side of that?
Roll perception check.
I'm gonna tell Vorton while she's doing that to close the vault door.
I close it behind me as we're all leaving.
Okay.
14. You don't hear anything in the hall.
Okay, I will open the door and take a peek and just double check and make sure.
No one is in the hall.
Okay, we need to go.
How are we gonna get him down?
So
I
I
can fly to assist him while he goes down the rope.
I mean, you also still have the grease trap. He could literally just slip and slide down.
yeah, but I don't want to hurt the guards at the bottom.
They're not there anymore.
Oh, they're not there anymore?
No.
Oh no, wait, no, you're right. Actually, thank you for reminding me. As you leave the door, you see 5 guards finally make their way up the stairs and look at you guys leave the vault room.
I run at them and slide down at them.
Make an athletics check. All right, I'm gonna have them make their athletics check, and natural 1.
Yes! Holy
You
shit.
run and double clothesline them as you all go down the stairs.
Okay, I will fly down the stairs after him and yell like shit. Run! They went this way!
And roll a deception with disadvantage because this is just fucking chaos at this point.
With
Can't make
disadvantage.
Yeah,
They
because
saw us leave the room.
they saw you leave the room, and on top of that, they're so confused. They just fell down the stairs again.
Are their brains not rattled?
They're pretty fucking rattled. The thing is, they also saw you leave the room, so it's just a difficult check.
I wouldn't bother yelling. I'd just get the fuck out of there.
Well, they know who I am, that's the issue.
Yeah, they saw you leave the safe room. That's the biggest issue.
I mean,
They don't
kill
They
him.
don't know. Excuse me, do they know that there's a room there?
Yes, they were hired to guard it.
Oh, true.
Mhm.
Deception, you said?
I love that Phoenix Wright level of like objection right there. Why do you know there's a room there? We're hired to guard it. What were you asking?
Just a second.
We believe in you, Marty. 2 nat 20s.
I don't think the D20 Collective is going to be happy that you just put that out in the universe.
What?
Saying 2 nat 20s.
Can I also cast suggestion while I'm doing this?
You can use suggestion. I will allow that.
Okay, I will do that at the same time.
Okay.
Okay. How do I do this?
Now, is suggested a cantrip or a spell slot?
It is a spell slot.
Spell slot.
You've been keeping track of your slots, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So
This
use
is only the
that.
second time. This is actually, yeah, that makes sense. This is only like the second time you've casted this today. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, wisdom
and then
save. That is a 16. That doesn't work.
can I also use deception though? You said I could.
At disadvantage.
Click the disadvantage button. Fuck.
Nah,
Damn.
they ain't having that shit.
That's okay. I'm flying out the door.
You fly out the door.
I want to go to our original window where the rope's taking and look down to make sure it's clear.
Yeah, it is clear, and you have a very easy time. I'm not even gonna make you roll acrobatics for that. It's very easy to get down. Bliss, you're on the roof of the
Invisibly
building.
going down a rope.
So about letting me off the roof of the building.
You can probably jump down now, bitch.
Yeah.
3 stories.
No,
Well,
I'm
you can
gonna.
jump to a window.
Yeah, I'm gonna find the place on the roof that lines up with the window we originally got in, and I'm gonna get down that way.
All right, you will have to make an acrobatics check because you both have to climb off the roof onto the rope. That's what you're really rolling for there.
Fuck.
You slip and begin falling.
Somebody
Grab the
catch
rope,
me,
grab the
please.
rope.
Can I try to grab the rope?
Yep, you get one more chance. Acrobatics. You just managed to grab the rope. The rope actually ends up snapping, but both you and Candor are like 5 feet off the ground as you just land on top of each other.
Ha.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I see that you're here too.
I look down at him and go,
Yeah, you look
Thanks
down
for
at the
being
invisible
solid.
body.
I mean, I'm also
Yeah.
invisible, so.
You're all,
I know.
she's also sitting on top of you.
Yeah. We're both just chilling here invisibly. Oh, that was fun.
Let's get the
we
fuck
should-
out of here.
Yeah.
We get the fuck out of here.
you run off. All right, Vortun
Yep.
and Grandolph, you're just where you are. Vortun, you're on top of a bunch of pile of knights and soldiers and fucking greased up. What do you do?
Fucking run,
I
bitch.
get up. I'm like, excuse me, and you run off. And I,
Randolph, your construct runs out of the building as one of the guards yells, says, "Get back here!"
I show it as I run out. Guards, they're in there, and point towards the building.
They just look between you and like look towards the building as they hear another one of their guards say, "Get back here," and the guards all slowly turn to you, Grandolph.
They all slowly turn to me.
Uh-huh.
As they turn to
You
him,
should be
I continue
very
running.
convincing right about now.
Yeah, well, you've seen my rolls tonight, right? I'm like, oh, Vorton, that's where you are. I sent him in there to help catch the. We heard there's a break-in. We wanted to help out. And yeah.
Wow.
Roll a deception check, unfortunately, Grandolph, with disadvantage.
You suck.
Well, how am I supposed to cover his ass? I didn't see what happened, what he did.
I'm not gonna lie, I honestly just expected you to burn a spell slot, the Misty Step out of there, and run away.
I'm running, so.
Yeah, and literally everyone is just running away. They kind of looked at you, look at each other, look at Misha, and she just says, "Just arrest the fucker already."
Yeah, you might want to miss the step out of
I'm
there.
gonna Misty step out of there.
You burn a spell slot to Misty Step. How far can you go?
30 feet.
You can go 30 feet, and I'm gonna say that you begin to dash to run away from them.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what the best part of this is? Me and Candor were both disguised.
And
They don't-
invisible.
Yeah, so like, she won't be able to tell who we are when we're normal.
Well, that's why I was trying to cover up for Vorton, but I rolled shitty. Because if I could just say, oh, I sent him in there, and they threw him out, and they threw
Now,
me
here's
out
where
of
the
the
fun
window.
part comes in.
That was my plan.
Sola, you can fly. The sky's the limit. You can literally go wherever you want. Bliss and Candor, you're invisible. You can go wherever you want. Grandolph and Vorton, as you catch up with each other, where the fuck do you go?
I'm heading back to the
Because
wizard's
there's
place.
only one way out of this building. There's two ways out of this building, and that is the back alleys or running through all of the crowd of the party and trying to get away through the front entrance?
Vorton has the money, and I know that, right?
That was the plan.
Can I cast invisibility on him? I don't know how that works. Because it's a concentration.
A creature you
Yeah,
touch.
you can cast it on concentration just as if like you take damage, you have to roll. Oh, hello.
Okay, like everyone was cutting out on my end, so I tried to just reboot.
What did you not hear?
Not any of that.
I said I'm gonna try to cast invisibility on Vorton.
Vorton.
All right.
Since he has the moolah.
All right. Vorton, you are now invisible. You can roll stealth checks standard instead of at disadvantage.
Cool.
So while everybody's dipping, I'm gonna go to the center of the roof, like fly there,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to use Thunderclap
Okay.
as a distraction,
All right.
which is
can
just
you-
essentially a huge fucking boom.
Yeah, and my question is, like, you can choose where the thunderclap originates, right?
Can you? I think it's
Oh
from
yeah, up to 100 feet away.
Okay, so where are you making the thunderclap sound?
From the room that we just left. The gold room or whatever, vault.
If only we had chatter.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this, you cast Thunderclap and the noise gets everyone's attention as Grandolph and Vorton, you continue to run. Vorton, now that everyone is distracted by the Thunderclap, roll a stealth check with advantage.
Ooh, this is not going to go well, guys.
I didn't go badly!
Nope.
You actually are able to sort of like continue to run as the sound of the thunderclap is so loud that they don't really hear the clanking of your suit. Grandolph, you on the other hand have to find your way around the crowd.
But also, would the guards at the party even know about what happened? Because they don't have radios or anything.
No, they don't. Like the guards are trying to rush by. However, you have to make yourself look inconspicuous because you are running desperately away from a party and a thunderclap.
Like I'm in the party right now.
Like you're trying to like run past the party into the party and then like out the front entrance because Vorton's already making his way there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like kind of. Am I being chased right now? I guess.
No one's chasing you because that thunderclap actually fucked up everyone's positioning.
Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of like casually walk into the party, like into the crowd.
All
Like
right.
not sprinting.
I want you to roll a stealth with advantage because you're Assassin's Creeding this shit really hard right now.
Thank God.
All right, and last but not least, Sola. With that done, everyone's kind of looking at you. No, wait, you had the thunderclap be at a different spot. What do you do? Because now you literally are the only one left, not away from the party. Because I'm assuming Bliss and Candor just fuck off because they're invisible.
Well, we planned a place to meet back up, right?
Did you?
Did we?
No.
I was just going to
Yeah,
head back to
I
the
don't
wizard's
think you guys
place because we
planned
have the gold
that.
now.
We have the gold. We
Well-
can just meet at the gate to
Yeah.
town, I guess.
Yeah.
Would be a.
Yeah, 'cause we're just outside town.
Okay.
I am going to go in the opposite direction of where everybody's running to and just swing towards the entrance of the town.
All right. As all of you miraculously manage to escape, Bliss and Candor, you sort of kind of like, similar to Grandolph, blend into the crowd, being invisible and just sort of like avoid people. All three of you, however, the floor beneath you seems to give way as you just fall. You don't even see the hole that's there, you just fall. Vorton, you are just running like hell as the invisibility drops. The partygoers begin to see this desperately running suit of armor as you turn around to see the guards chasing you. You turn back, there's a wall in front of you, and a hole opens up as you run through. And finally, Sola, as you're flying towards the gate, a hole just opens up a couple feet away from you as you look inside and you see the little hidey hole cabin room from Pagif, as you see everybody just fall into the room unceremoniously.
I'm going to slow myself and just enter in casually.
Really, Vorton? You're the only one I really need to see like make a roll, because everyone else just kind of like.
He's gonna fucking sprint into a wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to do that, or you want to stop yourself?
I was just gonna try and like go over it if there was a wall in front of me, but.
Yeah, like just fucking pole vault over the portal. Like, no, it's my gold.
No, do I notice the portal in time?
You notice the portal in time. It opens up.
I just barrel through it.
Oh god.
And with that, you all look as you just see a very pleased, very calm Pagif as he looks at all of you and sips his tea and says, "So, how did it go?" And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Awesome. That was fun.
Oh my god.
Where's my snake at?
Yeah, my cat.
You'll have to find that out next time. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Dragon Ball Z.
They had a second one of the amulets. Like, you guys just assumed.
I had a feeling.
Well, now we have a cool amulet.
Yeah, my snake has it in his belly.
Yeah, it's still in his belly. I mean, you're either gonna have to wait for it to come out naturally, which that thing's not gonna come out naturally. He'll have to regurgitate it, or he'll have to cut its head off and get it that way.
I'm sure it can regurgitate it. Snakes can do that, can't they?
Damn it, now you're gonna have me looking up, do snakes have gag reflex?
Nope.
Can snakes regurgitate?
Yeah, I'm mostly just curious to see if Sestine decides to follow the instructions of my note.
Well, let me just say this. You basically stole a lot of money from her benefactor, so...
She doesn't know that it was me.
Yeah,
No,
they can regurgitate stuff.
Okay, cool. Now here's the thing. It doesn't matter that if she knows that it was you or not. The fact is, her benefactors are probably less inclined to give her money to continue her research.
See? It's all gonna work out.
It's all coming together.
Jeez.
That was fucking great. You
That was
should all be
amazing.
proud of
Yes.
yourselves. That was such good teamwork.
Ooh.
We got a fuck ton of money.
We got
Yeah.
so much fucking money.
You got a lot of my money. Remember,
Let's just do the slow turn with dagger glare.
listen, you guys haven't actually attempted to kill Pagif yet. He could be just bluffing.
Or he could not be.
I can't
You could
afford
try
for
and
him.
murder him.
He's
The
kind
fact
of
that he-
dumb. I'm sure we could figure out a way to kill him.
I can't
Oh,
afford
he has
to.
cool powers.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's helping us get out of this alive and he can open portals like that, I don't think it's a good idea.
He
Oh, yeah.
seems to have good contacts as to where money is.
This is true.
Next time I can buy my fancy suit, I'm excited.
That's the one. It's like every one of you gets a small allowance. You have just enough to buy your suit.
Well, what did we agree on? Didn't we agree on like 1% or something each?
No,
No,
we've
it's
got
quite a bit.
5%, and 10% if we get Sestine. 10% for 650,000 per person is 65,000 gold.
Nice. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
If we get Sistine, which is...
Well,
We
it's
still
likely
get a
now.
fuck ton even if we
Even,
don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys did well. You did very, very well. That is the end of tonight's session. Unless something comes up, we should be meeting up next week. I'm gonna have fun coming up with more dumbass adventures for this group. This has been great.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I'm
Can we
ready.
get more useful spells for
Oh yeah.
out of combat?
I will say this. The next session is gonna be downtime session / adventure picking, and then after that, you guys will get the level up.
Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Because at this point, you've gotten a good handle of the things you have right now, so it's only fair that you start getting different stuff now.
Yep.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Hmm.
Uh,
Gotta consider the fact